across the UK, online and on DAB.
Get an earful of unusual nocturnal emissions with radio's Lord of Misrule, Iain Lee. No relation, thank God.
Unfiltered Night Talk with the original king of unconventional conversation.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Listener, this is Iain Lee, this is Talk Radio, and this should be the easiest show I've ever done. Should be straightforward if everybody plays by the rules. Over a couple of nights this week, we have been allotting slots. So people have phoned in, they've booked the time they're going to come on the air. They've also booked the topic that they want to talk about. If you go to facebook.com/Iain Lee, you'll see the list of callers and you'll see the topics that they're called in about. So I'm not going to give you the phone number, okay, because we don't want phone calls. Okay, we don't want you to phone in and go, I want to talk about this, or I want to talk about Big Brother or Trump, I don't want any of that. I don't want any of that. You know if you're on the show tonight, okay? We've got the first caller coming up at 10:05. It's going to be Alan Caddick talking about prison food for a minute, right? So I'm not giving out the phone number. You know. So if your name is not on the list, to coin a phrase, you're not getting in. And here's the thing where I really need you to help me with this, guys. The list is out there. I've shared that list with you, so you know who is calling in and when. What I will ask, and I'm going to be really strict about this, please don't abuse the fact that Catherine isn't here, that Emma's taking the calls, and she may not recognise people's voices. She may not be as familiar with some of the voices, okay? So, I'm just saying this nicely at the start of the show, so we all know the rules. Please do not phone up pretending to be someone that's on the list, because I'll tell you now, it's not big, it's not clever, and the worst sin, it's certainly not funny. Okay? And if anybody who's on the list doesn't call in, then we've got Julie as the substitute, but also the people that don't call in are dead to me and face a lifetime ban from calling the show. Okay? It's 10:05. Let's go to the first call. It's Caddick. Evening, Caddick.
Hello.
Hello, Alan.
It's Alan Caddick here. No! I'm Alan Caddick. No, I'm Alan Caddick. No, I'm Alan Caddick. No, you've been intimidating me for years now, pal. No. Yes. No, I've been told me I'm a line-up. I've been a listener to Iain Lee for months, and I've been hearing you on Wednesday evening. No. So who are you? You're the cheater, I'm Alan Caddick. No. I don't sound Scottish.
I don't sound Scottish.
You've put an accent on, Alan. No, I don't sound Scottish. You're the one that's putting the accent on. I want to talk about prison food and Bruce Fordham, and now that's thrown out the window because we've got an imposter. No, Alan, come on. It's about time you came clean and told the nation that I'm the real Alan Caddick here. No, you're an imposter.
Well, thank God Alan only had a minute. How the hell did that happen? First call. Let's just hope that's an anomaly. First call. That was a disappointing start, but I'm assuming that it's high spirits because you're all excited because this is going to be the future of phone-in radio. People pre-booking slots and topics. It's 10:06. That means we go to Lee. Good evening, Lee.
You all right, Iain? How's it going?
I'm good, thank you, Lee. Now, if I look down my list of topics, I can just cross off Caddick. If I look at my list of topics, you've called in about the Havering Gazette.
Yeah, I think it's called the Living Magazine. It gets delivered to every home in Havering.
Okay. We have a magazine that gets delivered to us. I can't. And it's not called like the Windsor Magazine. It's called something really stupid. Like Solar or svelte, or it's got a funny word for it, living or something.
It's just that is it, living. It's just once a month, and well, I've never even heard of it. You don't read them sort of free things come through the post, really, do you?
No. I'm just going around. I had to plug my computer in because my battery was low. Go on then, Lisa. Tell us about this magazine. Tell us your story. And just to say, mate, you've got until 10:30 to eke this bad boy out.
That's nice. That's all right. Yeah, I've got plenty more. Yeah, I couldn't stretch this out. But I'll start from the beginning then.
Go on.
Yeah, I went the first day with me girlfriend, well, my fiance and my baby and that, and we had a really good day. I'm not really into the festival thing and that, and then yeah, she didn't fancy going the second day. Her mum and her friend was coming round. I thought, sorry, I'll go on my own. And then met all my old mates from Hackney, and this red-headed bird was, one of them like sort of new age birds. She had hoops spinning them around and all things like that.
Did she have like lots of tattoos?
Not really tattooed, but really festival-looking, I'm 48 myself this time.
Red-haired, festival-looking lady, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like, spinning hoops and doing little things and that. And,
hoop spinners. Do you know what I don't like? Do you know what a Diablo is?
No.
A Diablo, it's like this sort of curved little bit of plastic, right? And you get people, and you balance it on a bit of rope, and what you do is you move the rope, and it spins along, and then you toss it up in the air, and then you catch it on the rope, right? And people think it's clever, and it's not clever, it's stupid.
Well, I don't know, I was sort of like, I thought to myself, spinning hoops at a festival, I don't really get out a lot, to be honest. I suppose it was a big thing for me, and yeah, she said, one of my things I've always wanted to do is get on someone's shoulders at a festival, but, she was as tall as me, about, nearly 6 foot, and, she said, everyone's always turned me down. I said, I'll tell you what, today's your day. I bent down, I said, get your legs around them shoulders, we're going up in the air.
Hang on a minute. So you've got a child, and you've got...
No, this is the second day I'm on my own, having a good day out,
I mean, in your life at the time you had a child. You didn't have a child with you, but you had a child and you were courting someone.
No. Yeah, but, I told you about the woman that dropped the wine the other day and I went back in Tesco's. If I can do a favour for someone...
And your favour was getting a festival-type, red-haired lady to put her gusset on the back of your neck.
Well, Ian, if an old lady asked me to carry her shopping across the road, I would do that as well. I'm that type of person. I'm just trying to say, it's all innocent.
There's a big difference, right, between helping an old lady across the road. Was this young lady fit?
She was quite fit,
Right, there is a big difference between helping an old lady across the road and having a fit juggler on the back of your shoulders.
Well, like I say, I was having a good time, everyone was, and,
Good for you, good for you.
If it made someone's day, it made my day. If I believe you get back what you give, and, I wanted to help out, You're laughing. My girlfriend's listening now. She knows, it's all,
yeah. Okay, it's all legit. It's all legit. Okay.
Yeah, it's all above board. Yeah. I was with other people, and that. Yeah, it was like a group thing. Well, I couldn't lift the group. I could only do one at a time.
Okay. Right. So go on.
Yeah. Anyway, it was the old band, The Real Thing.
The
one of my favourites. The Real Thing. You to me are
everything. The sweetest song that I can... Yeah, I like that.
I've seen them a couple of times already. Anyway, but it seemed like a good idea to do the lift in the first place, but then when she put her legs around my shoulders, I thought, oh my God, I've had a couple of beers. I don't think this is really going to work.
You were unsteady. She was a little bit heavier than perhaps you thought. Maybe very dense bones.
I've never been so focused in my life. The whole crowd was looking at me, and I thought, if I don't get off the floor here, I'm a goner.
Yep.
And, I don't know where I got the power from, but I managed to get up in the air and everyone was cheering, and I was like, I'm at a festival. I don't like saying I don't really get out a lot.
Yeah.
And, we was dancing to The Real Thing, and then she said, I'm really glad you've done this. My boyfriend will be back in a minute. I'm trying to make him jealous because he cheated on me. I thought, this is just getting better now, isn't it? What the hell?
You're involved in a situation.
Yeah. So, he's come back. He was a little, sort of short solicitor, not really, looking at his festival and that. And,
yes, a short solicitor.
I said, all right, mate. Yeah, I said, my head's poking out of her skirt. Oh. And I said, I don't know if you want to take over here or not. I said, my legs are starting to go, and he said, I don't think I could, I went, sorry, I'll carry on, and, Yeah, we got told to be put down by the security, and they was all cheering. Like I was like a rebel, I tell you, for the day. A 48-year-old.
Well, the security at a festival wouldn't let a strange, lithe, red-haired woman sit on your shoulders.
No, apparently it was like health. I don't know about the safety and that.
No.
Yeah, you know.
The only time I had a strange girl come up to me and say, "Can I sit on your shoulders?" was at the summer ball at university, and it must have been. It was either Mark Almond on stage or the Utah Saints. Utah Saints. It was one of those two. And I was so clumsy and awkward as a 20-year-old young man, and this girl obviously fancied me rotten, right? And she was beautiful, and she had a very short dress on, and she sat on my shoulders and all of this. And after about an hour, I said, "I've got to go to the toilet," and I put her down and walked away.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
Oh, as it goes, I thought that was my first shoulder lifting experience, but when I look back now, I went to see Madonna when I was 18, when she was at Wembley Stadium, the old one.
Yes.
And I've drunk about 20 of them little, really minute Hofmeister beers they were selling for about £3 each, and some young bird said to me, "Can you lift me up?" And I never lasted more than 30 seconds. I went straight to the ground.
But then what has this got to do with... I've got to bring you back to the Havering magazine that you mentioned.
Yeah, well...
Because that's what the topic is supposed to be.
The lift 2 more, yeah. That's why I've done the lift 3 more times, and the crowd was really getting into it. And that then, like, I felt like felt like a star.
Yeah.
And anyway, like come home, like it was no big secret. I was saying, like, went with all my other mates. They was all laughing. Told my girlfriend, put pictures on Facebook. So there was no secret at all, like. And I've done the work, like, we're happy in that. And then, anyway, years past now, the next festival's next month. Like
you turned up and she had a little 3-month-old baby there. Is it?
Oh, no, that's not far from the truth. It's not a Jeremy Cole story.
Lee, stay there. We'll get the rest of this story after this break.
The radio show for people who know the best part of the day is the night.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
It's a revolution in late night phone-in radio. I think I've been too free and easy with you guys. I think this kind of no format, loose format, phone in, call straight to air, withheld numbers, call in. I just think maybe that it's not been working. And the way to go is structure. So throughout this week, we've been getting people to book not only their time slots, but also the topics they're going to talk about. Later on, 11:20, we've got Katia asking, what do you do when you move into a new neighbourhood? 12:30, we've got Bill. So it's a very structured show. If you want to play along at home, the list is on the Facebook page, facebook.com/Iain Lee. Go and sign up there. You can print this off and you can tick the callers off when they've been on. At 10:30, we're hoping to speak to Dave. Do people soak their feet? Singers changing accent mid-song, big intakes of breath in songs, and PornHub Stump 3. Weather. So that's coming up. I'm not giving out the phone number because I don't want you to phone in. I only want you to phone in if your name is on the list, okay? You phone in just a few minutes before your slot. You'll speak to Emma. She'll call you back. Now, you realise there I said you'll speak to Emma, not Catherine. Catherine is away on holiday, so Emma is not familiar with your voices. So please only call in if your name is on the list. We had 2 Alan Caddicks at the start of the show. I genuinely don't know which one was which. Their voices were so similar. I'm putting that down to hijinks, bit of excitement. It's a little bit of a Friday night frisson. That's all that was. And I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. You know me, I like a laugh as much as the next man. But we'll have no more of that, please. No more impersonations and things. We were talking to Lee, who was telling us about a bird that he'd had sat on his shoulders. And when I say bird, I'm being slightly misogynistic. I actually mean a woman. Lee, continuez-vous, s'il vous plaît?
Oh, where was I up to? Like, I was up to the 3rd lift, I think, weren't I?
You were, hang on a minute. Say that again. Where was I up to?
Yeah, the security and...
no, hang on. No, I've got a joke. Say, where was I up to?
Where was you up to, Ian?
No, you say... No. No, you say, where was I up to?
Where was I up to?
You was up to no good, mate. That's where you was up to. Continue.
Oh, no. You know what? You're getting like Jeremy Kyle when you say, you know, you're trying to punish them to show them some good before you even know the outcome, like, you know.
Okay, I'm reserving judgment then. This is the second time you've compared me to Jeremy Kyle, and I've got to take that criticism on board.
No, but I would rather see the Iain Lee show at 9:30 every night if I was unemployed than the Jeremy Kyle show, to be fair.
Okay, well, he's on at 9:30 every morning. But anyway, carry on.
I'm the crazy damn butcher worker. I'm doing 12 hours a day.
Just tell me the story. How does the story end?
Yeah, anyway, so, I've had to do the...
Who's that in the background?
Oh, that's my girlfriend. I'm sitting next to her. It's not like I'm hiding and telling this story without a name.
Could you very politely ask her to shut up?
Shut up, Sue.
Shut up, Sue.
Politely. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, anyway,
yes.
Yeah, it's got to the third lift and that, and
yes.
I said, I can't take no more of this, like, and I think that's the end of it. I'm never going to hear no more, like, you know, I'm going to the festival this year. Next minute, Susie texts me and says, you're on the front of the Havering, like, local magazine.
Solstice, or whatever it's called.
Living.
Living.
Yeah, and I said, you're having a laugh. I said, like, what's happened now? I'm thinking it's like, you know, I don't know what I've done. You was talking about dreaming crimes and all that. You know, the last thing on my mind was, like, me with a massive picture of me head between a girl's legs spinning a hoop at the festival thing. And, yeah, my mother-in-law pulled her aside. Well, not aside. She had her friends round there for a little lunch and said, I think Lee might be up to something, but I better tell you. And, yeah, instead of, like, you know, saying, oh, no, I know all about it, she went, oh, that's all right, I know all about it. And, yeah, it's left like a cloud laying over it. She come round and sat there, like, for a couple of hours, and I said, well, what's the chances of that then, eh, Jan? And she just looked at me and sort of never really answered.
Yes, I'm on. Jan is the mother-in-law, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on Jan's side.
Yeah, she's lovely.
Yeah, I'm on Jan's side.
No, but my girlfriend could have explained the full story to her there and then at the time, and yeah, it's left me, like, you know,
with egg on your face and something on the back of your neck. But I now, if a young lady asked to sit on my shoulders, I would politely decline because it would be inappropriate.
Yeah, well, you'd have to blame the security for that, for letting him in the door to get in the studio, wouldn't you, really? Like,
sorry?
You'd have to blame the security for letting him get in the studio.
Hear you, Muppet. If I was at a rock and roll concert.
Oh, I reckon you'd enjoy it. You're like, you know, you're just about, you know, a bit younger than me, ain't you, Ian? You know what I mean? You're at a, like, festival, you're loving it, all of a sudden it's your favourite band, The Real Thing, like, you know, and...
I don't know, The Real Thing, but I would not, if a lady asked to sit on...
No, really, like, you know...
I couldn't do
it. But you know what, at the end of the day, I wish my girlfriend had come to the second day and I was lifting her on my shoulders. That's what I really would have liked.
Oh, it was your girlfriend's fault.
No, I'm not saying it's her fault. I'm saying, like,
you just wanted to lift a lady up, and because your girlfriend wasn't there, you just went for the random juggler.
No, we have dancing indoors. Like in work, they laugh at us. We put music on and dance the dirty dancing. I've even done the lift with her. Yeah, we don't care. We enjoy ourselves. We don't have to go.
Did you see the couple in the papers about 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Oh yeah, that looked a bit fake to me.
Well, I'm not sure. They did the dirty dancing thing, and they both got knocked out.
Oh, yeah, I see that, but, like, yeah, they've made a meal of it, haven't they? They've been on everything.
Well, it looked like they enjoyed a good meal as well.
Yeah, like, you know, yeah, we enjoy a bit of dancing indoors. We don't mind. We go on the Periscope because of you, and, yeah, my mate in work, Sonny, was laughing. We was having a good time dancing to Rod Stewart, just the two of us in the conservatory, and they was going, I said, no one else in work said they would dance with their wife on their own in the house.
I don't dance with my wife. But I dance with the kids. We'll put on a song. We'll have a little disco.
Yeah, our little girl joins in. She goes on the Periscope to work. She sings Rabbit. She loves Chaz and Dave like all the time.
How old's your little girl?
4.5.
And you let her go on Periscope? I'm not saying. I said that sounded like a judgmental way. I'm just. I don't mean it to. I'm curious as a parent. Do you?
No, in fact, it's not even Periscope. We go on the Facebook thingy, the joint
Facebook
thing.
line.
Yeah, I got a bit confused there with my
No,
conversation.
I'm not having a go. I'm overly.
No, I've seen a few like dodgy things when you go on that telescope.
Oh, the Periscope. There's some nice people on there, but there's also some dodge pots on there as well.
Yeah, there is as well. Yeah. We go on the Facebook thing where we all go in a square like that, and they like She Things Rabbit, Crazy Dan Thingy Rabbit. We have a thing song between us. And
I'm overly protective of my kids, partly because of my job, but because I don't want my kids like in the. Not that I'm ever in the papers, but I don't want my kids to be in the papers. So I never mention their names, and I don't, because they've not made that. I've made this choice to do this stupid thing, I've not made that choice. They've not made that choice, so I don't want them doing it.
Yeah, I know. You've had a couple of calls off the kids sounded quite cute before and that. Yeah, but no, you keep it it's private stuff, isn't
Lee, I've tried to drag this out till 10:30, which is when our next caller is, Dave. But
I'm dying to death. I start at 3:00 every morning, and I've listened to you 3 nights on the trot. I'm totally shattered to death, and I've got to be in at 3 in the morning as well.
So what, mate? You booked.
Oh no, I love it. It's like
you booked 6 minutes past 10. You booked it.
Yeah.
But now you're having a go at me. What is this?
I'm not having a go.
What is it? What is this?
If you want to stretch it out in a rad to the 10:30, yeah.
I'm going to cut you off out of anger.
Oh, no.
He's gone. Now I've got 5 minutes to fill, and I've not got anything to fill with, because I've not looked at the papers. He promised me that story would last from 6 minutes past 10 until 10:30. And I'll be honest, I was bored of it by 8 minutes past 10. That was not a show opener story, man. We've got some new listeners. Mick is listening for the first time. Evening, Mick. It's not normally like this, Mick. Normally it's, anyway, we're trying something different. All of the calls tonight have booked their slot on the show and their topic. Let's have a little rundown of what we're going to get later on. So don't phone in. The calls are already set. So at 10:30, we've got Dave doing Do People Still Soak Their Feet? Singers changing accent mid-song. Big intakes of breath in songs. And PornHub Stump 3 weather. At 10:40, we got Ken, who's probably going to spout some mean religious bollocks. At 10:46, it's Dom. Talking about shoe sizes, very contentious issue there. 10:50, it's Andre, sex and drugs and rock and roll. Then we go into the second hour of the show. I'm filling because Lee did not meet the requirements that were laid out. Poor start to the show. If I'm honest, it's a poor start to the show. At 11:04, Cleo is talking about birds. At 11:05. Lee is on to talk about acronyms. At 11:15, Stephen, kill it, feed it, or ignore it. Not sure what that's about. 11:20, Katya, what do you do when you move into a new neighbourhood? At 11:30 and 30 seconds, Mike claims he will have written a movie script. 11:40, Kyle's story about the Department of Work and Pensions, which he was wobbling about. He phoned in yesterday because he was very, very wobbly about that story. He wanted to do it yesterday. And I said, no, man, you can't. You've got to do it Friday. Oh, I'm not sure. How does Kyle speak? I'm Kyle. I'm not sure if I want to do it. That's how he speaks. 5 minutes past 12, it's David Nance Badcock. 10 minutes past 12, it's Sally with a dilemma. At 12:15, it's Leicester with Revenge at a Party. 12:30, Bill. Now, Bill may be a substance abuser. I don't know. I wouldn't like to comment. I certainly do not condone it. But, he's the one I'm most concerned about. So, Julie, stand by. She better be ready. At 12:40, it's John, who's got questions that his missus has asked, embarrassing moments, kids sayings, whistles in songs, ultimate band and pampas grass. And at 12:50, this will be something for the music fans out there. Rocky is going to create a parallel universe where the Beatles were not turned down by Joe Meek. So our next call is at 10:30, so let's take a break now.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
On air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
We don't have a call now for 45 seconds. So in 45 seconds, we'll speak to Dave. Tonight's show is coming from a restaurant, by the way. In case you can hear people eating in the background. Okay, let's go to Dave. Evening, Dave.
Good evening, Iain.
Good
How are
evening.
you?
I'm thrilled to be speaking to you. You've got 10 minutes, and then it's Ken on talking utter guff. So, Dave, where do you want to start? You've got so much here.
You know what, Iain? It's weird calling up when you're obliged to.
Well, you did book the slot, Dave.
I know I did.
Yeah.
But usually,
Thank you for
very
that.
much a spur of the moment thing, isn't it?
Yep.
What was your idea behind this booking up tonight, Iain?
No. No. You've called it. You're not called in to talk about that.
Shall we start with PornHub 3?
Yes, PornHub Stump 3 weather. We've got a new listener tonight, Mick, who's bored of LBC.
You're right, Mick.
So, do you want to explain to... Is Mick Riley is his full name? Do you want to...
How you doing, Mick Riley?
So, do you want to explain to Mick Riley what PornHub Stump is?
Okay. You're right, Mick. You're right, mate.
Mick Riley.
You're right, Mick Riley. What it is, Mick...
Riley.
PornHub Stump...
Yep.
...is where... I do a little bit of research before I call.
Yep.
I go on PornHub, which is quite a popular porn search engine.
Very popular in our household.
Oh,
I mean...
Your wife likes it?
Yep.
Okay, so what we do is there's a search bar. You type in a search that's a little bit niche. You're looking to stump PornHub. So you're looking for something that's going to throw them off. So, for example, hummus. We did that on the first one.
We discovered hummus pornography.
We did, and there was only one video dedicated to hummus porn.
Yep.
On the second one, one of them was asthma.
Yep.
And I can't remember how many there was.
Not that many.
Usually, we play Iain against Kath.
Yep.
So, who are you going to play against, Iain?
This is awkward. It'll have to be against myself.
Okay. All right, then. Well, as I mentioned, this is PornHub Stump.
Yep.
The weather.
Weather? Oh, yeah. I wonder whether or not I'll do well in this.
So,
yes,
trying to stump PornHub with words you might hear on a weather forecast.
There was an electrical storm today, and it got me horny. Yeah.
First one, Iain, I don't know what to say about that, but the first one is...
Yes.
Windy.
Oh, mate. This could be, I mean, really windy. 12.
How are we going to do this? I'd say you've got to be within 10%.
Okay. Well, hang on, 10%?
Yeah.
All right, 12.
10%.
12.
Okay.
9.
Well, 83.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Flipping heck.
83 videos relating to Windy.
Struth.
Okay. Second one.
Yep.
Think about it. Scattered.
Say
Not
that.
Scattered.
Scattered.
As in scattered showers.
A little bit more niche than windy. I'll give you a clue.
All right, 15.
2.
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay, number 3. Thunder.
Oh, 100.
213.
Yeah. I thought so, yeah. That's a lot, isn't it? What happens in it?
Oh, there's thunder thighs.
Oh.
There's... I don't really know.
Okay. Yes, you do, you mucky sod. Thunder thighs, yes.
Drizzle. I don't know what there could be drizzling, but drizzle.
500.
Oh, yeah, 19.
Is there really? No, 19. Okay.
Next one.
I hope you're enjoying this, Mick Riley.
Yeah, Mick, feel free to play along at home, Mick, however you can.
Yep.
Snowball. I don't know if there's like some...
There is. 150.
Oh, that's not bad for you, Ian, tonight, because you're not your usual self. 268.
Yeah.
You're in the ballpark. You're in the snowball park. Flood.
What?
Flood.
I thought you said blood. Flood. 69.
Interesting number.
Yep.
122.
Oh, man. If Kathy's listening to this, she won't be. She's on her holiday. But she'll be getting these bang on. I guarantee it.
Fog.
6.
20.
Okay.
I think that was related to the lady's glasses afterwards when she was trying to look through. Post.
Sex.
Cloudy.
Mick Riley has just tweeted, I only left the room for 20 seconds. I come back and my name is being mentioned along with PornHub. I think we've got Mick Riley as a new listener now, Dave.
Fair play.
Fair play, Mick Riley. Fair play. What did you say?
Cloudy.
2.
17. Last one.
What?
Last one.
Yep.
Showers.
562.
Higher.
20,000.
Lower.
2,000.
Higher.
5,000.
12,714.
But I don't get it. What happens in those films? I'll Google it when I get home.
Showers.
So people having sex in the showers. Okay, yeah, I get that.
Golden.
Wonderful. Singers changing accent mid-song, Dave.
Okay, I only came up with a couple. I'd be interested to know if you've got any in, but Lazy Sunday by the Small Faces. It starts off with, wouldn't it be nice to get on with me neighbours?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yes, they start off Cockney.
And then he gets all full-on American classic rock singer.
Lazy Sunday afternoon, I got no time to worry.
Close my eyes and drift away.
That's not a bad Stevie Marriott, that.
You get it.
That's pretty good.
And the only other one I could think of was Donald, where's your trousers? Because he comes down to England halfway through the song.
Oh, does he?
Donald, where are your trousers? Have you got any to add to that, Ian?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
It's a bit of a tough one, that.
Big intakes of breath.
Yep.
In a song.
Yep.
And this is on the back of you talking about Sly and the Family Stone. Watching one of my favourite, probably my favourite Sly and the Family Stone song, If You Want Me to Stay, which is an absolutely beautiful
I don't
song.
know any Sly and the Family Stone songs. Sorry? Who's there?
Oh, it's my girlfriend. She blew off. And found it funny. Sorry. And big intakes of breath, yeah. Maybe that's caused
big outtakes of breath from your girlfriend's bumhole.
Yeah. She's another new listener. So, on the Sly, yeah. So if you want me to stay, when he gets into the second line of the song,
yes,
there's two massive. Feel free, if you want to kill the last 2 minutes of this call, feel free to get it on.
Well,
is Kath not here and you're a bit lost?
I'm a little bit lost. Do people still soak their feet, Dave?
I think poor people might, but rich people have got enough money to pay for hot water for be a bit more extravagant with their bathing and showering.
Thanks very much. We'll take a break.
Uncut, after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Not giving out the phone number tonight because I don't want you to phone. If your name's not on the list, you're not coming on. Every caller tonight has pre-booked their slot and indeed has pre-booked their topic. It's just gone 10:40. That means it's time for Ken. Good evening, Ken.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How long do I have, Ian?
You have Ken from the Highlands here.
Hello there. How long do I have to speak?
About 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, I would like
Ken here from the Highlands.
Okay.
So I'm talking about Christianity tonight, I think.
No, I want to talk about a great experience I had. I had a heart attack on July the 30th, the year 2000, 17 years ago. At approximately 11 a.m. on a Sunday morning, I had a wonderful, wonderful experience with God, with Jesus, in the middle of having a heart attack. And I'm thankful I had a heart attack. I'll just explain to you what happened.
Here's the thing, Ken.
Who is this?
Right, hang on. First of all, which Ken is Ken?
I'm Ken.
I'm Ken.
No, I'm Ken. From the Highlands.
Oh, God. I can't tell the difference. They sound too alike. How am I supposed to tell the difference? Which Ken is Ken?
This is Ken.
Right.
What's the problem?
Can I talk to you then, Ken?
Yeah, go on.
Ken, I'm not sure if you coming on this show benefits anybody.
Well, what kind of question is that? I mean, it's like, I'm Ken from the Highlands. I'm here. I'm talking about Christianity. I'm sharing with you some experiences.
I know. And I know that you'll probably see this as an anti-Christian thing, which it isn't, but you won't hear me.
That's what you're setting it up for, mate.
No, I'm not at all. But here's the thing. We never have a conversation, right? And I've tried, and I cannot penetrate you, Ken. I can't penetrate you, okay?
Well, go on, give it a go then, mate.
Well,
what do you think? What do you think I am?
I don't know. Is this actually Ken I'm talking to?
Yeah, this is actually Ken, mate. I'm listening. I'm listening to hear you penetrate me.
Right. I don't. We've had callers on before that have come on with their own agenda, right? Most notably racist Jonathan. And I felt that I've been able
I'm not racist.
No, I'm not saying you are. I'm just talking about another caller. And I felt that I have been able to chip away at racist Jonathan and reveal discover...
Excuse me, Ian. This is Ken here. I won't call you back. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Right, who are you?
This man's a liar.
Right. Someone's just put the phone down. Who's put the phone down?
Right, it wasn't Ken, whoever it was.
Right, Ken. And we've revealed more about Jonathan's character. But with you, and I say this with respect, we never have a conversation.
Well, ask me any question you want, mate.
Well, I'm just thinking, and I don't want to ban anybody. I don't like banning people, but I was thinking about this a lot last night, and I tweeted about it and then deleted it because, I know what Twitter would say. But I just don't know if we can carry on. I don't think this relationship we have is beneficial to either of us.
What would be beneficial to you?
Sorry?
What would be beneficial to you?
Well, if I could just get a sense of the real Ken behind the religion, which is obviously a hugely important part of your life, Ken, and I'm not knocking that. But when that's all you want to talk about,
aside from the religion, I play in goal for one of the Scottish teams, but I won't tell you who.
No, I know you won't tell me who. And you don't have to. You don't have to if you don't want to. But I just think if you're not prepared to reveal stuff, that maybe it's time for us not to talk anymore.
Well, you used to live in the USA.
Well, the time is up. Let's 10:46. Let's go to Dom, who's got a very controversial topic. Shoe sizes. Could get a little bit feisty here. Dom, good evening.
Good evening, Ian. Am I the only Dom on the line?
Sounds like it. Just imagine that for a second, Dom. No one wanted to impersonate you.
I feel a bit embarrassed now.
No, it's good, actually. It's good. We've had 2 people impersonating now. Can we get their numbers, Emma, of the people? I want all of the numbers of all of the people that have been impersonating. And I will call them over the weekend, because a lot of, I've had to type this up. So a lot of work has gone into this. I typed this up during 2 ad breaks during yesterday's show. So people coming on and pissing around, pretending to other people, that's not what this show is about, okay? This show is about stories, it's about warmth, it's about human interaction, it's about people revealing bits of themselves that we don't normally get to see. Please don't make any jokes about that. It's not about low-level impersonations and people trying to get on. That's mean. So we'll have no more of that, please. Dom, shoe sizes.
Shoe sizes. Why are UK shoe sizes done in the manner that they are still? Do you know why? What shoe size are you? I'm guessing you wear Converse. You're probably like a size 9 or something.
I'm a size 10.
Size 10. That's almost a man's size. Do you know what that 10 denotes?
Let me think, because I do know this. Isn't it to do with it's sheaths of corn or something, isn't it?
Very, very close. It's 10 barley corns.
There we go, 10 barley corns. All right, yeah. I mean, I don't know what that means, but it's a sentence.
It's a measurement from, I don't know, Middle Ages or something. It's determined that today, 2017, we still use barley corn as measurement.
Yeah.
I want to start a campaign to take on the Japanese method.
Oh, what's the
centimetres?
Oh, really? Because I think in America I'm a 42.
No, you're thinking of bras. America's literally half a size bigger.
Oh,
I'm looking at one of mine right now.
I think in Europe I'm a 42.
Yes.
Hang on a minute. How can America be just half a size bigger?
I have no idea. Maybe they have larger barley corns over there. It is America.
I suppose so, yeah. Big everything over there, haven't they? So the Japanese, what size are you in Japan?
Well, I've got a pair here. I'm 13.5 UK.
Yep.
Because I'm tall and big. In Japan, that's 320. So it's actually millimetres, not even centimetres. So it's 320 millimetres.
Right, but that would be 32 centimetres, so you could make it easier to remember if you wanted to by just shaving off the last number.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So where do we start the campaign? Do we do it here? Do we do it on, I don't know, George Galloway's show? He's quite argumentative. He'll stand up for our rights.
Yeah. Why do you want to meddle with the great British tradition? This is why we voted Brexit, mate. Is so that we could measure our feet using barleycorns.
Right. Well, I've got a few pairs of trainers, and they're all Adidas, both two. I range from a 12 to a 13.
Are you moving so that you can look at your feet now?
No, I'm moving so I can look at my trainers.
Okay. Well, why is you looking at your trainers? How does that add anything to our enjoyment of this, or lack of this phone call?
Because I can see the various trainers I've got, and I know that pair over there, for example, that you can't see, are a 12.
Well, exactly. You can see them, but we can't.
That doesn't matter. It's the radio. It's an oral...
Well, that was a great call, Dom. Thanks very much. It's 10:50. It's time for Andre, who's going to talk about sex and drugs and rock and roll.
Hey, good evening.
Good evening, Andre.
Right, can I just set me audio up?
Yep, set your audio up, buddy.
Right track and everything.
Here we go.
Track.
Yep.
There we go, you like this.
Could you turn your radio off, please, Andre?
Oh, that was part of my audio, but right, I'll turn that off. Right, track 6. Hold on.
Right,
there we go. This is just a bit of background noise, yeah? Right, I'd like to introduce myself, Andre. Now, my subject is sex and drugs and rock and roll. I'm going to start from rock and roll, drugs and sex. Though I'm doing it backwards, yeah. But rock and roll, definitely any time of the day. Punk, indie, or new wave at any time. Car, home, office, workshop, anywhere. Yeah. Agreed.
I don't know what you're I don't know what you're saying.
Music.
Yes.
Rock and roll.
Yes.
But punk, indie music, and new wave, yeah?
Yeah, that's music, yeah.
Right, okay. Any time of the day. Lovely, alright?
Yeah.
Is that okay with you? Do you agree with that or not?
What was the question? Lovely? Was the question lovely?
No. Yeah, that's what. No, that was the answer.
Right. Okay. I didn't hear I missed the question, and I'm really paying attention.
Yeah, that's just one part of my subject. Don't cut.
I think we've just lost.
Listen to the whole episode.
I think we just lost Mick Riley, who's listening for the first time. Sorry, Mick. We tried.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm size 15. No, sorry. Right. Hold on, Ian. Ian.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
You're here until 57:50, so we got 6 more minutes of this rambling nonsense.
Yeah. You know what they say? Big feet, big shoes.
Yes, they do.
Is that the saying? Yeah.
Yep.
Right now.
Yep.
Right. Sex and drugs and rock and roll. Rock and roll. So I've said that one. Now drugs. Now here we go. Definitely not. The high is definitely not worth the low. Okay, and that's got to be said to everyone listening and passed on. The GP's always available if needed.
It's a great anti-drugs message you're giving, and indirectly an anti-alcohol message you're giving as well.
Yes, tonight I am. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
GP, and there's always groups available for that sort of thing. If you like that, if you want to join one, anyone wants to join one, listening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next up,
this first hour has been a car crash.
Those words come from Joe's drummer, actually.
Yes.
The high is not worth the low.
Right. Okay.
Anyone into the Clash? Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. What else we got on that? And that goes for any drugs at all. All right. Illegal. That's true. Okay. All right.
Don't. We've got an alcoholic telling us not to take drugs. Okay. Good.
Well, that's debatable.
Isn't it?
Everyone likes a little tipple.
Well, yep. Yes, sir.
On to sex. I don't like to call it that. I like to call it making love, yeah? I'm sorry, serious here. Oh, hang about. I've got to change the track for this one.
For the making love, okay.
Track 6.
Andre's going to educate us on making...
I'm going to educate people.
Okay.
Hold on. Track 14 for this one.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Oh, this is a good one. You like this one? Not too, lad.
I'm from Essex.
Right, there's a bit of background music for you. What was on sex, yeah? Making love in a very loving relationship, okay? The love affair with Nina in the back of my Cortina. A seasoned up hyena could not have been more obscene. She took me to the cleaners and other misdemeanors, but I got right up between her and her Ribena. You asked Joyce and Vicky. The floss is sticky. I ate the flaming. I'm being a Ricky Dicky and I'm doing very well. Hey, a lot of brandy when I was caught in Sandy. Took 8 to make her Randy, and that was Shandy. Another thing with Mandy that I found came in handy. She didn't half go pandy.
2 more minutes, I can't.
A little bit more talking in between.
Thank you.
Loving relationships, this is about. How much time have I got left?
Too long.
Is that enough for him for tonight?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, he had another 2 minutes, but really, oh, man alive. What was the thing with the high-pitched voice when he was singing about making love? Where did the high-pitched bit come from? Dear listener, please, you'll never hear a phone-in host say this. don't call in. Unless your name is on this list. We've done the first hour of the show. If you've just tuned in tonight for the first time or you've not listened all week, throughout the week people were booking their slots for tonight's show. So we have got in the next hour Cleo at 11:04. Lee is on at 11:05. Stephen, Katia, Mike, Kyle, David Nance, Sally, Lester. So all these people are on. They phoned in during the week and they have booked their time slots and they booked their topics. Can I just say, well done, because so far, the first hour, everyone's called in. That's great. Fab. You're doing brilliantly. What is not great, and I'm hoping it's just a first hour kind of skittishness, is we had 2 impersonators. I had no idea. It's really hard. The thing is, people on Twitter going, oh, you've got the wrong Ken, or people on Periscope, oh, you've got the wrong Alan. Here's the thing, right? Here's what you don't get. You're listening to the show either through your DAB speakers or online. So you're getting the phone calls in crystal clear digital quality. I'm not. I've got headphones on, crappy old headphones, and I'm listening to a phone call. So it's hard for me to make out whose voice is whose. Also, I'm under an incredible amount of pressure. Also, I suffer from mental illness. And all these things combined mean it can be really hard for me to tell if I've got the right person or the wrong person. So please stop trolling me online. I don't want any more impersonators, okay? I don't want any of that. None of that, please. Only phone in if you're on the list. So in the next hour, all I want to hear from is Cleo, Lee, Stephen, Katia, Mike, and Kyle. Julie, do stand by. She's our substitute, because one of these callers in the next hour, I won't say who, I won't mention her name, that would be rude, but let's just say she was getting very, very cold feet about the whole thing, okay? You're listening to the Late Night Alternative. My name is Iain Lee. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
Please don't call unless you're one of the people that's booked to call in for this hour. So I don't want any more pranking calls. None of that, please. Bit of fun in the first hour. I get it. It's a joke. It's fine. But we'll have no more. Thank you.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Take a far-out trip into the twilight zone of late-night radio with Iain Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Unmissable late-night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation.
Make contact with Iain Lee. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Who's releasing a new album? I didn't hear, and I don't care if I'm completely honest. We only had 2 prank calls in that first hour, which is great. Let's keep it at that. Let's not have any more. I get it. It's fun. It's Friday night. Everyone's, what is it? You're exuberant. And we're doing something new. We're doing something new and innovative, and you want to be a part of that. And that's absolutely fine. But let's have no more of those. So coming up in this hour, we've got Cleo, who'll be on in exactly 60 seconds, talking about birds. Then at 5 past, it'll be Lee, talking about acronyms. 11:15, it's Stephen. I don't really remember him. 11:20, it's Katia. 11:30 and 30 seconds, it's Mike, who claims he will have written a movie script since Wednesday. And 11:40, it's Kyle, who wants to talk about the Department of Work and Pensions. I should just flag up. I'm getting a little bit bunged up, and I've left my Vicks in the other room. It doesn't matter. I will go and get it later on, guys. We will be cool. Could you get my jacket, please? Thank you. Don't put your hand in there. There may be soiled tissues. My family are away. So we've got just over 10 seconds till the next call. Hey, it's 11:04. That must mean it's Cleo's time. Good evening, Cleo.
Birds. I've only got a minute.
Yeah, you want to talk? Now, this is interesting, okay? Because you're a regular caller. Thank you. You're a regular caller.
I am.
And you've taken up the great hobby, and it's something that I want to get into, of bird watching. And I tell you why. I was out over in Windsor Great Park today, just before the huge storm. I got out just as it started spitting. And I was walking the dog, and I saw a bird, and it was hovering maybe 20 feet off the ground. And I thought, I'm going to stand and I'm going to watch this because it's going to swoop down and get like a mouse or a vole or something. So, Cleo, I stood there, right?
That was a
hang on. I stood there. Hang on, mate. I stood there and I watched it, and then it just flew off. It's 5 past. Let's go to Lee. Good evening, Lee.
OMG, Ian, you just cut Cleo off.
OMG. Acronyms!
Yes. Do you agree with me? The world is full of far too many acronyms. I mean, FYI, tonight is going really well, by the way. BTW. No? Oh.
Well, here's the thing. You've come in, you've got 10 minutes here, buddy, and you've come in full pelt.
Well, I did actually prepare a PowerPoint, but I just realised...
Frequently asked questions you don't normally get the answers to. You see, I wasn't swearing, I was being clever, I was doing an acronym, but I was just making sure I pronounced it just the right way so I wouldn't get in trouble. I like acronyms and acronyms. I like an acronym.
Acronym then, Ian? Come on. What's your favourite acronym then?
Well, the one I've got beef with is NICE, the National Institute of Health and Clinical Excellence. Well, there's an H in there. You might as well...
How's that get in there?
You might as well just switch the letters around and make it niche. But no, they call it NICE, and they just move the H around from time to time. So that's the one I've got beef with.
That's just FUBAR. Am I allowed to say that?
I don't know what that means.
Abbreviation. Well, I'm not going to say it.
Well, the F obviously means...
Yes. The rest of it is up beyond all recognition.
Oh, that's just stupid one, because that's not even a sentence. People don't even say that as a sentence. This is effed up beyond all recognition. No one says that.
Well, no, this is true, but
hey, here's one. Okay, well, these have been around for years. You know that. Sweet FA. You know what Sweet FA means?
Well, I think I know what it means, but I best not say it.
No, the fact that you can't say it means you don't know what it means. Everyone thinks it means.
Go on.
Everyone thinks sweet FA means sweet F all, right? It doesn't.
Yes.
It means Sweet Fanny Adams. And do you know who Fanny... Well, I'm glad you asked, right? So Sweet FA, Sweet Fanny Adams, right? It's what they used to be. I think it was in the Navy, and I'm going to say in the First World War. I don't know if we had a Navy in the First World War, but let's assume that we did, right? Or maybe the Second World War. Anyway, so I think it was a Navy thing.
We definitely had one in the Second World War.
Okay. And they would get served really horrible, cheap meat. And they would say, what's for lunch? And they get this horrible cheap meat, and they go, oh, it's Sweet FA. Sweet Fanny Adams. Now, here's the thing. Who's Fanny Adams? I'm glad you asked. I'll tell you. Fanny Adams was a young girl. It's quite a macabre story, Lee. Fanny Adams was a young girl who was brutally murdered. I think... I'm going to say, if I was in a mastermind or in a pub quiz, I would say in the 1920s, right? She was brutally murdered, and she was hacked to pieces, right? It was a really horrific murder, quite a really famous murder as well, and she was hacked to pieces. And it was rumoured that the gentleman that murdered her also ate her.
Ooh.
So when
OMG.
when the Navy was served, it's a really horrible story, but when the Navy was served really crap, horrible, cheap, chewy meat, they go, oh no, we got Sweet Fanny Adams again, joking that they were eating a murdered child.
LOL.
Yeah, exactly. See, so these these things where you use letters and stuff, they've been around for years.
They have. Now, just before I go, if I've got time, I typed your name into an acronym generator to see what will come out.
Mate, you've got 6 minutes, mate. So...
Hey, have I?
Yes, mate.
My clock. Have I? Oh, yes, sorry.
I'll be generous and give you 5 minutes, because we'll play some adverts, but, buddy, you got to keep talking, man.
Right, well, I typed your name into an acronym generator. Do you want to see some of the things that come out with?
What is that? Okay, yeah, sure.
Infamous, addictive, intrinsically nutty. That could be you.
I hate the word nutty. This is why I don't like Madness, because they're known as the Nutty Boys.
True.
And I just don't like anything that's nutty. It smacks a bit of wackiness, which is another thing I don't like.
Now, I'm not sure what you get up into your own house, but this one made me laugh. It was imposing, amazing, imaginative nudist. You're not a nudist, are you, Ian?
I'm a never nude.
Never nude?
Yep.
Oh, you sleep in your clothes, do you?
Of course I sleep in my clothes. What do you think I am, some kind of deviant? No way, man. What if there was a fire? The worst, or a burglar. I was going to say a burglar. One of my most terrifying experiences, right? Was I here or was I doing the breakfast show? I think I was here. Was I doing the breakfast show? Anyway, I was in bed at about 10 o'clock in the morning, right, asleep. And I thought I heard, and I know my family had gone out, right? And I thought I heard somebody downstairs. I think I was here. I thought I heard somebody downstairs, but I thought nothing of it. And I was asleep. So I was still asleep. And then suddenly, the bedroom door was kicked open and two huge figures burst in the room holding, sticks saying, "Who are you? Get out of that bed now. Who are you?" And I woke up, I went, "What?" And it was two women, right? And burst into my bedroom. Oh. "Who are you? Get out of that bed now and stand up. What's your name?" And I went, and I haven't said this for years. I went, my name's Ian Rugby, which is the name I was born with, right? But I changed it years ago. My name's Ian Rugby, and I live here. And what it was, they were coppers, right? And they had found down the road. Basically, my wife's car had been broken into, and they chucked loads of stuff down the road. And the coppers had found my address. They'd looked over my wall and seen that, for whatever reason, my wife had left the back door open. So they climbed over, and then they came into the house. And what happens when houses are getting broken into quite a lot, and they get disturbed by the police, is the burglars will quickly take their clothes off and jump into bed.
Really?
Yeah, really. And pretend to be like a night shift worker or something. And they've like, "What are you doing?" "I've woke up." And it's a really common trick. So I was terrified. I jumped up. I got marched downstairs where I had to produce ID in my own house that proved who I was. It was terrifying, Lee.
So because of that, you wear clothes in bed now, do you?
Exactly because of that. And I think we've. I'm going to be honest there, Lee. I was doing all the talking there. You came on Barry Big Balls, thinking you had the big I am, and yet you didn't have the material to carry you. But we cross off. The next caller is Stephen. He's not on for 2.5 minutes. So, Stephen, please get calling in. And luckily, we've had no more fake people calling in, which is great news. We'll take a break, then we'll come back. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
Unmissable late night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation.
Make contact with Ian Lee. The Late Night Alternative with Ian Lee
on Talk Radio.
Stephen's up next. Then at 11:20, it's Katia. 11:30 and 30 seconds, it's Mike with a movie script. And at 11:40, it's Kyle talking about the Department of Work and Pensions. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. He was wobbling yesterday, but he booked it in. We have to go with it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good evening, Stephen.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Stephen. Kill it, feed it, or ignore it. I've got written down here as your topic.
I can't go with the kill it. I'm sorry. I've changed my mind.
Well, no. Hang on a minute. Well, you're not capable of making that decision. What is it we're talking about first of all?
Right. I need to create a picture.
Please do. Create a picture. You use your words as though they were paints, and use this show as though it were the canvas, and use your tongue as though it were the brush, and paint away on my canvas.
And I shall do. I live in a tent. I'm homeless. I listen to your radio station every single night.
Yep.
I live in a tent, very comfortably, not as a drug, alcohol sort of homeless person.
No.
I live quite a nice life.
Yep.
And I've got a fox. and I don't know whether to feed it or ignore it.
What do you mean you've got a fox?
Well, it sort of adopted itself to me.
Oh.
I woke up one night with a wet nose.
Oh.
Not my nose being wet.
No.
But I woke up with a nose being touched on me.
Oh, God.
And it was standing on me.
The fox was standing on you?
Yes.
That's brilliant.
I was under a quilt. I've got 5 quilts underneath me.
Yeah.
And I lay under a quilt. I live quite well.
Yeah. You got 6 quilts. You got 6 quilts. That's 5 more quilts than I've got.
Well, I can't say that I'm your typical homeless person, but I'm quite comfy, you know?
Yeah.
I live in a 4-man tent, and it's I've got cooking facilities and bedding, and I wash myself every day. And
no. Listen, man, I'm not judging you in the slightest. I'm sure you do. But 6 quilts, man, that's crazy.
Well, you know,
didn't you have a flat, Steve?
Huh?
Didn't you have a flat at some point?
I had a house, yeah.
What happened to that?
I got divorced.
Oh, okay. No, I think we've got another gentleman who lived in a tent, but then he got moved into a flat. Okay, go on.
No, that's not me.
Right.
So anyway, one night I woke up and there's a fox standing on top of me.
I should warn you, you've only got 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and yours is easily the best call we've had tonight so far.
And since then,
yep,
I rang you Wednesday, didn't I, to book my slot for Friday. Since then,
yes,
I've been feeding it.
Yes.
Now it's becoming more and more and more friendly. And I don't know whether I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing.
Well, here's the thing. You're now in a vicious circle, or as they say in America, a vicious cycle, because if you stop feeding it, it's going to chew your face off.
It's what?
You have become its primary source of food, right? So if you stop feeding it, it's gonna eat your face. You'll wake up one morning, you go, we're going to have a shave. Oh, hang on a minute, my cheeks have gone. And it will chew because it sees you as food now.
That'll probably make me look better looking.
Well, yeah, you know, a lot of people have their faces chewed off. But it's serious, because he sees you as food now. Can you not move?
Huh?
Can you not move?
No, I'm happy where I am.
Well, fox is going to eat you, man. What are you feeding it? What do you give a fox these days?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Pork chops.
Oh, mate, you are setting yourself up for a massive fall, man. I tell you.
No, it likes pork chops.
Yeah, and it's going to like your chops at some point, and honestly, you're going to wake up with no fingers.
I'm counting them now.
Yeah, listen, man, you're a good man. I wish we had longer to talk about this, but time is running out. This is the nature of the show this evening.
All right, mate.
No,
can I just say thank you to Michael in Ladbrokes?
Why?
Because he lets me charge my stuff up.
Oh,
he lets me charge my stuff up in his shop.
Well, good for Michael in Ladbrokes. That's a very nice.
Thank you, mate.
A nice thing, and I'm sure the fox is very grateful, Stephen.
All right, mate.
Take care, fella.
Right, bye.
Ta-ta. Do you know what I was about to do then? I was about to give out the phone number, but of course we're not giving out the phone number tonight because all of these calls are pre-booked, and as are their the topics. They're all pre-booked.
Hello.
And now it's 11:20, and it's Katia talking about what do you do when you move into a new neighbourhood. Katia.
Bonjour.
What?
Hello. No. Hello, Iain. Hello, can I?
Hello.
Iain, who are these people on the phone?
Come on to Bell 2. Right, okay. I know. At least I don't know how many people are there. I know at least one of you is not Katia. That whoever is saying "Come on to Bell 2."
Talk about the heavy metal I like.
That's Katia.
Hello.
Yes, heavy metal. I'm playing it all day, and the neighbours don't like it.
I like to. get to my point
my
for
badger
once
this evening.
in my life.
Ian, this is supposed to be my slot.
Right, that one was Katia. That last one there. Who's that?
Yes, this is me here.
You.
My slut.
No, not right. There's one of you who's got a very, very deep man's voice. Identify.
I'm
right.
the real Katia.
Bonsoir.
There's only one thing that's not real about me, and that's my pretend boyfriend Roger. He's
That's
not
the real Katia. Right, everyone else stop talking. That one there who mentioned Roger. Where are you? No, you've stopped talking. The real Katia starts talking.
Dieu.
Not you. Right, the one with the deep voice. Right,
Pardonnez-moi.
Right. The one with the deep voice is actually offensive. So, right, who's laughing?
That's me.
I'm sorry, Katia.
That one there. That one. I don't know how to tell which one. They're all just come through on the same line. I don't know how to.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi, c'est ça?
Right. Flipping it, man. Come on, man.
Going on racing.
I didn't ring in for this.
Right. Now I'm getting a tweet from someone saying that they're Katia. Right.
Speakovers, and I have ring up for this.
Jesus.
Mon Dieu.
Hello?
Right, just everyone stop.
You ring me all the time. You ring me up, and you never let me say what I rang for.
That's
and
her.
You cut me off all the time, and you think it's funny.
That's her. That one, there. I want to talk to that one. Yes, Katia.
Hello?
No, not you. Not the deep voice one.
Hello?
That one. I want to speak to that one. That's Katia.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Katia.
Hello. It's Katia from Belgium.
Yes, Katia. What do you wanted to talk about what you do when you move into a new neighbourhood?
Yeah, what do I do? I mean, I like to play the heavy metal. You know, I like heavy metal. Me and Roger.
Yes.
And we like to play the heavy metal, but the neighbours don't like it.
Well, how loud are you playing it, and what time are you playing it?
All day.
Ah. Can the other Katias stop sniggering, please? Thank you. That one there with the deep voice is really winding me up. I'm gonna. Here's the thing, by the way. I'm gonna get all of your numbers after the show, and I'll be reporting you to the authorities over the weekend. And I may even prank call you. So just stop it.
But I'm new to the neighbourhood. You will not find me.
That one is really getting on my tits. Who is this? Who is this?
Katia,
you're not.
Slot.
You're not Katia.
Hello.
Right, and there's one of you who's doing an awful, awful Belgian accent. Which one's that?
It's not me.
Right.
I'd like to talk about...
That one is the one with the bad accent, so you can stop it.
I make videos.
That one. I want you. You're the real Katia. What? I don't understand.
I will make videos.
Why can't we isolate the line and get rid of the other three Katias? Why can't we do that? This is a
My
studio.
time is being wasted, Ian.
I know it is, and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I can't isolate the other three Katias, I'm afraid, Katia. So you're just going to have to talk. So you go on. You plough on, Katia.
Okay, I wondered if I could change my subject.
Huh?
Could I change my subject?
No, you can't change. You can't. You booked the topic. Here's the thing, Katia. You've booked the topic. What do you do when you move into a new neighbourhood? That has been sorted for days. Okay, so that is what the listeners are expecting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, obviously you will let your neighbours know the type of music you like.
Yes. What? Yes.
All the time.
Yep.
Day and night. And
day and night.
That one is a man. That one is a man. How did you put a man through?
How dare you?
Who's that? I don't even heard that voice yet. Who are you?
Katia. You call me a man.
Right, how many Katias are there?
Hello.
That is one, and that's a fake one. That's like doing an Inspector Clouseau. Right, give me number two.
Hello.
No, right.
Oh, it's Katia from Belgium.
Right, real Katia, you're number 4.
Okay.
Right, so Katia with the Inspector Clouseau accent, say hello.
Hello.
Right, that's Katia 1. The one that sounds like a man.
This fool and Madonna with the big boobies?
Right, that's Katia number 2. There's another one. Who's the one with the deep voice?
That's me.
Right, so that's...
Number 2.
No, are you the same? Are you... Well, don't... For crying out loud, don't do different voices on the same prank call, dude. That's below the belt. That is below the belt.
Pardonnez-moi.
Thank you. Just stick with that one voice.
Okay.
You, Katia number 1, be quiet. Katia number 2. I heard a third voice.
It's Katia from Belgium. It's me.
That's you, right? So there are only
the real Katia.
There are only 3 Katias. So Katia 1, say hello.
Hello.
Shush. That's all I wanted was hello, woman.
Ridiculous accent, that one.
Katia number 2, please be quiet. Katia number 2, say hello.
Au revoir.
Katia number 3, say hello.
What is this?
Are there any...
number 4.
Are there any more Katias there that I've ignored?
I was number 4.
I've moved you to number 3.
Oh, that's me. No, that's no.
So
no,
are there
that's someone else.
Are there any more Katias there?
I have a
Number 4.
complaint about this.
Yeah. How can I get my point across with all these silly Katias ringing in?
Who are you calling silly?
Every time I ring, you cut me off before I say my point, Ian.
I've made a diagram. Hello?
This accent, this one is ridiculous.
Hello?
I've made a diagram. Hello? I've made a diagram.
Hello?
About the call, about how it was supposed to go, because I thought this is my time. Finally, I can get to the point.
Right, I've cut them all off. What was the point of that? Was that meant to be funny? I don't even know I don't even get that. Just go to the flipping adverts, man.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Unfiltered Night Talk with the original king of unconventional conversation on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Turn the music off. Can I just talk to you for a second, dear listener? What happened then was, it was borderline racist. It was misogynistic, and you know the worst crime? It wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. You've embarrassed yourselves. You've let yourselves down there. We've only got 2 women callers to the show, and you've gone and destroyed one. You've trolled one. You've cyberbullied. The next one is Sally at 12:10, and I do not want a repeat of that behaviour. All right. Now listen. The next caller is Mike. He's on at 11:30 in 30 seconds. That's exactly a minute away now. So what I'm going to suggest we do is until 11:30 in 30 seconds, we just sit in silence and we enjoy the sounds of this beautiful restaurant that have let us broadcast here tonight. So let's just calm down, all right? Just calm down. Okay, let's focus. 11:30 in 30 seconds. It's Mike. Good evening, Mike.
Hi, Ian. Well, I was almost late then, so what a relief.
That's okay. You made it. We spoke on Wednesday, and you said that in the 48 hours preceding that call, no, not preceding, the opposite of preceding, preceding, you would write a movie script. How have you got on?
Well, I didn't quite finish the script because I forgot I was moving house.
Okay, you forgot? Wow.
Yeah. So, but I've written a synopsis for you, if you'd like to hear it.
You did? Right, now, here's the thing, right? You were Barry Big Balls the other night, and you claimed that writing a movie would be easy, and that you would definitely have it done by tonight. A synopsis is like 3 paragraphs.
I don't want to tell you your job, but I did realise if I wrote a whole movie script, I wouldn't be able to read it out on air as well.
Do you know, I was watching a film today. We got Tim Heidecker coming on from Tim and Eric, right? Really funny, really funny American. And I was watching his film, Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie, which got terrible reviews, but is actually brilliant. And I was watching it thinking, yeah, I could write and be in a movie. I think I could write and be in a movie, and it would be funny.
It's easy. My brother wrote a sitcom script once, I believe.
Did it ever get made into a sitcom?
No, but it was good. I think it was called 27th Century Antiques Roadshow.
Oh, yeah.
So he'll be listening. I don't know much about it beyond that. It was years
This
ago
is the
now.
thing. Writing it is easy. Getting it made is the next thing. But I reckon, right, if I wrote a silly movie script, right, and called in a couple of favours, maybe Adam Buxton and Scroobius Pip and, a couple of people, Mackenzie, and paid them like mates' rates, and crowdfunded it, I reckon I could make a movie.
That's not the kind of thing you should talk about doing. It's the kind of thing you should just do. I'll be in it. I often act in my car, and I can do anything. I'm surprised I not won an Oscar, to be honest with you.
Well, I can tell you why, because they and I know a little bit about movies. I do like watching movies and going to the cinema and reading about them. As far as I'm aware, they don't have a category at the Academy Awards for people who have never made films and just do a bit of acting in their car. So that's probably why. That's probably why, Michael, you've not won an Oscar for it because that award doesn't exist. Well, maybe.
Can I still read the synopsis?
Yeah, go on.
Good.
Go on.
So, whilst driving his Rover P5B, uptight broadcaster Ian Pelham, that's you, appears to become possessed and has a serious high-speed accident.
Oh.
On the operating table, he briefly suffers clinical death.
Deft. He's clinically deft. I like that. He's a surgeon as well.
Yeah. After which, there appears to be 2 heartbeats on the monitor.
Oh, yeah.
When he awakes, Pelham finds his life has been turned upside down. In his job as a broadcaster, he now starts talking about Brexit and things.
Oh, yeah.
And he's apparently having an affair.
Uh-oh.
Friends, colleagues and acquaintances claim to have seen him in places he has never been.
What the heck?
And Pelham starts being followed by a mysterious silver car, a Lamborghini Isla.
Okay.
Does Pelham have a doppelganger, or is he going insane?
Well, you tell me. It's your synopsis. Is that it? Is that what you've got? That's not a synopsis. That's not a synopsis.
Well, it is.
No, it's not. What you've confused, though, is a synopsis with the blurb on the back of a video at Blockbusters. So you've written the blurb on the back of a video at Blockbusters, not a synopsis, because a synopsis is the whole story summed up in on one side of A4. You've written blurb.
Because this is a reboot of a movie called The Man Who Haunted Himself with Roger Moore.
So you've just... Who's that? Have you got your own audience there?
I've got my nephew here with me.
How old's your nephew?
16.
Bad uncling, mate. He should be in bed.
Oh, no, he's 17. No, he's 17.
Oh, in that case, fair play. Fair play, in that case.
In a couple of weeks.
Okay. So basically, you phoned up Barry Big Balls on Wednesday. Oh, I can write a movie. I can do it. And you've not.
I wasn't Scouse then.
Well, you've not done it. And saying that, you've stolen half of the plot from another film, and that's it.
Well, because we live in the age of reboots. If it ain't broke,
reboot this. So is he going mad?
I don't know, so I couldn't find out on the internet. I think he's got an evil doppelganger with a tash.
Right.
So, but we can back that out. We can meet up, we can have tea, a nice tea, and we'll back it out. We'll become best friends, and then we can make a sitcom about that.
Do you want to hear a snarky email I've been sent, Mike?
Go on, then.
From Paul in Stoke Poges.
Let me hear it.
Ian, I do hope you get this message. I've only tuned into your show tonight for the past 20 minutes. Yes, I am Paul from Stoke Poges. I knew, Ian, what you were lining up as your show tonight, and yes, from what I have listened to so far, it's a complete car crash. I knew it would happen. I have not called at all tonight and will not be doing so. I bet somebody calls in and tries to pretend to be me. Sad. Effing sad. Right, it's not a car crash. That I could not tell who was the real Katia and who was I couldn't tell it, Mike. You heard it. It was chaos. It's not my fault.
I didn't hear it because I've got no internet, no dub radio.
Well, it was.
TV's only got 2 channels on it at the minute.
Did the bloody best I could do, Mike, under really, really tough circumstances. So for Paul to call it a car crash, unbelievable. I am working my arse off here. I'm working my arse off here to give you groundbreaking radio, okay? I'm trying something new, and I'm not afraid to try something new. Be prepared to fail is my motto. And yes, it might be failing miserably, but that is not my fault.
It's Catch's fault. Brexit.
Thank you very much indeed, Mike. Let's take a breather, guys. It's getting very tense. This should be a little bit of light-hearted fun. We've got a nice call coming up. Thank you for that, Mike. That's a bit disappointing. You didn't do what you said you were going to do, so he's not listening. He's not listening. As he said, he's got no internet, so I can speak freely. He's a lying shit. That's what he is. But he's not listening, so please don't tell him I said that. So coming up, we've got a nice call. It's going to be Kyle talking about the Department of Work and Pensions, and I've been looking forward to this one. This is Talk Radio. Let's have a little break.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
On air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
Beautiful. Right then. So, this next call it's going to be a little bit serious, but I don't mind doing serious stuff. I don't mind doing serious. If you heard the thing with the festival promoter, brilliant. Got a lot of coverage off the back of that. I think we might get similar coverage with this because I don't know the ins and outs, but I know it's a story about a small man against a big machine, the Department of Work and Pensions. Enough talking from me. Kyle, tell us a story, mate.
Hello, Ian. How are you?
I'm good, thank you, Kyle.
Excellent.
Tell us a story, buddy.
Yeah, I'd like to tell you a story.
Ian!
Oh, yes, start beginning. But it doesn't actually involve the Department
Hold on.
Yeah?
I'm Kyle in Rochdale.
Hang on, have we got two people on the line then?
Rochdale.
You don't sound like you're from Rochdale.
I'm sorry, I don't recognise either one of you. It's Carl from Rochdale.
Who?
Who? What?
It's Carl from Rochdale.
Yeah. Who?
DWP.
Well, you're just saying DWP now, so you know you're mocking me slightly.
Birthplace of
DWP.
Right, whoever's just saying DWP, that's just even if you weren't pretending to be Carl, that's just annoying, right? So just stop that, unless that is you, Carl, doing it, and then please just stop saying DWP, right? So whoever that is, just stop it now, okay? Thank you. How many Kyles are there?
3.
I'm
here.
I'm Kyle.
Right. One of you.
I'm Kyle, and so is my wife.
Right. That one there. That one. Last one who just spoke. Say your name again.
Kyle.
No. The last one who spoke.
Kyle.
That you. You're Kyle 1. Okay.
Yeah.
There's one that sounded Scottish.
I'm Kyle.
There we go. You're Kyle 2. There was one that sounded like a 12-year-old boy.
Rochdale.
Right, there's two of you that sound like a 12-year-old boy. The less squeaky of the two 12-year-old boys.
Yeah, I'm not very squeaky.
It's not going to be me.
I'm not very squeaky, so I can't be a client.
Who are you? You've just popped up. Which one are you?
Oh, that was me earlier.
Right, you were putting on a silly voice.
Yes, I was. Yeah.
Right, would you like to apologise?
Yes, I apologise, Kyle.
No, not to Kyle.
Okay.
Apologise to me.
Apologise to Kath.
Right. Are you actually Kyle?
Me?
No, it's me.
No, Kyle 1 and Kyle 2. Shut up. I'm talking to Kyle 3. Kyle 3.
Yeah.
Are you actually Kyle?
No, I rang up about something else. I was told to be quiet.
Right. Then could you do the decent thing?
Yes.
And put the phone down.
I will do. Eventually.
No. Put the phone down now.
Okay.
Right, he's gone. There was another Kyle.
Rochdale.
Right, you. Right, you. What are you? I say this. I don't mean this to be a street insult. But are you mentally defective?
I'm Kyle.
Okay. Well, again, you know. Okay. So we got 3 Kyles now. There's no other Kyles, are there? Right. Okay. So I'm glad that person has gone. Right. Jesus. I mean, what is the point of this? Why are you two of you are fake Kyles, right? Maybe. Right. Why are you doing it? What is the joke? Explain the joke to me, guys. Explain the joke.
There's no joke.
Right. The Scottish Kyle, put the phone down.
Why?
Because you're not Kyle.
How do you know?
Because I know Kyle's not Scottish, mate.
I am a little bit, to be honest.
Right, Kyle 1, shut up, because getting on my pigging nerves now. Right, Scottish Kyle.
Yes.
Put your phone down.
Why?
Because you're not really Kyle, mate.
That's what this is, talking radio.
No, it's not. You thought it was talking radio. What the hell is talk? You mean Looking magazine?
To look at magazines?
I'll get a magazine and you'll be looking in it because you'll be in hospital. What I'm saying is...
Why?
I'm gonna,
Why will I be in hospital?
Because what I'm telling you, because I will break your legs.
You think so?
Yes, I do think so. Put the phone down, Scotland.
I haven't a clue. Not you couldn't break anybody's legs.
I didn't even get that, but trust me, buddy, you're going to be in hospital and you're going to be reading magazines in hospital. That's if
right.
I've just told you it's a threat. It's a physical threat of violence I'm making.
And you're making it live on Facebook?
No. Right, the Scottish Kyle, put the phone down.
Why? You're the one that's insulting me. I'm just only here to speak to you.
Right, I'm not even talking to you now, so I'm just gonna ignore you. Right?
All right.
What is this text? Ian, the trouble with Genius is that the hits are fantastic, but the misses are horrendous. Tonight is a car crash of the first order. Well, that's not helping, Andrew. You see what you're doing, Scottish Kyle and 12-year-old boy Kyle?
It's nothing to do with me.
It's you and 12-year-old boy Kyle that are getting people like Andrew, who've normally got their tongue up my arsehole, to send in, tweeting, texting abuse like that.
Why do you want people with your tongue up your arsehole?
Right. Put the phone... I don't even want to talk to you. If you speak again, I'm going to ignore you, okay?
Really?
Yeah, from now.
Say now?
I'm ignoring him. Did someone say something? I couldn't hear it.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
But you just answered it there.
Shut up.
You ignore it.
Shut up.
Why?
So, 12-year-old boy Kyle...
Rochdale.
Yes, right. Can you... why are you doing this to me? This is awful. This is really mean-spirited.
Oh.
No, it's just all for fun.
DWP.
Please.
They're out of order.
Right, well, tell me your DWP story, 12-year-old Kyle.
Well, in
How can 12-year-olds be in the DWP?
Been in Rochdale, okay? They're out of order, what they're doing, they're paying people, then saying, we're giving you too much money, and then they want it back and fine you.
Yeah.
For their mistake.
All right, that's...
And
all right.
some people on breadline.
All right, okay. Kyle, turn off your speaker. Whoever's got a speaker on.
We're giving you too much.
Turn that off.
And then they want it back and fine you.
Right. Please, whoever's got a speaker on, turn it off.
I thought you wanted to speak to me.
Yeah, turn it off.
Speak to me then.
Turn it off then.
Oh, speak to me.
Turn it off.
I'm speaking to you. I've turned it off.
Turn it off. Right. Thank you. Kyle... Jeez. Kyle 1.
Yes.
Let's hear your DWP story.
Well, it's what 12-year-old Kyle said.
So 12-year-old Kyle is really Kyle?
In a kind of bizarre Twin Peaks way, I suppose he is.
Right. So that is the... So 12-year-old Kyle, I apologise then. Turns out you're the real Kyle. I didn't realise.
Just different aspects of us.
Okay, well, in that case... Okay, well, in that case, I've got rid of all the other Kyles, 12-year-old Kyle, and it's just us. So just give us the details of this story again.
So, what it is I got...
oh, no, I got rid of the wrong one. Hang on a second.
Oh.
Hello, 12-year-old Kyle? Hello? Hang on a minute, I think this is... Hello, is that 12-year-old Kyle?
Hello?
Oh, is that Kyle?
Hello? Yes, it is.
Kyle, at last.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Kyle. Please tell us your story about the DWP, mate.
Oh, me?
Yes, Kyle.
Hello?
Hello, Kyle? Is that Andre?
Hello?
Right, this is...
No,
this is... I'm having... This is not going well. Right, that's... Okay. So, okay. So this is not going as, this is not going as it was, okay. Let me think. How are we gonna turn this around? Okay, well, I can't. Right. Okay, we're going to. We'll stick with it. We'll stick with this. We can turn this around in the last hour, right? So I'm not going to ask anyone to call in because that would be going against the rules. So we're not going to do that. So that's absolutely fine. Okay. Getting a lot of. I'm going to be honest. Getting a lot of abusive texts and emails coming in now. Is there some way? Is there somewhere we can filter these so the abusive ones? There's a lot of people saying this is a car crash. This is awful. This is utter shit. Another one. Another one just says die. So can we? I don't know if there's a way to. I'm getting all of your numbers, by the way. Everyone that's tweeting in and texting, I'm getting all of your details, and I will be passing them on to the authorities. So we'll have no more of that. Let's just focus and reposition. Let's make the last hour really bloody good, shall we? So what we're doing tonight is it's a slightly different show tonight in that everybody has booked their slots and their topics over Wednesday night show and the first hour of Thursday night show. Should be very straightforward. It is very straightforward. But because Catherine, my producer, isn't here, she's not. Emma's doing a great job. Actually, that's not true. But she's doing a job, and she's not able to recognise the callers in the way that Catherine would do. I've got these headphones on, so all I'm hearing is a very poor phone line. So I'm having trouble to differentiate between the callers, and more importantly, I thought that we built up quite a lot of goodwill between us, as me as the host and you as the listeners. You know, I have mental health issues. I don't want to play that card, but something like this could just tip me over the edge. I'm not saying it will, but I'm on medication and stuff like that. So everybody that's phoning up, pretending to be another caller, you're actually basically making the mental health issues worse. That's what you're doing. And also, I really thought that we had built up a relationship, as me as the host, you as the listener, where there was some kind of there was trust between us, and that you would allow me to go out and experiment and do new things, and you'd come along with the ride. And what we're getting tonight, we've had some really good calls. Stephen was good. We've had a really good call. And what you're doing tonight is very, very mean-spirited. And I know it's Friday. I know it's summer holidays. You probably had a bit to drink. Maybe you've had a little bit of blow. I don't know. I don't know what you guys get up to. But trust me, I know what's best, and what you're doing is not best. So, you have been told, right? So, the last hour coming up, and we're really gonna make this work, okay? And we've had a fun. Here's the thing, right? Listen, I used to do a show called the 11 O'Clock Show, right? We had a lot of fun on that show, a lot of laughs, and I did some pranks on there. And you know, I get it. I'm not saying I'm down on fun. I'm just saying tonight, for the last hour of the show, could you just stop being dicks? Just stop being dicks. Okay, you're ruining it for me. But here's the important thing. You're ruining the show for yourselves. And that is what you need to take away with you, okay? You're ruining the show for yourselves and all the other listeners. And we have disabled listeners, physically and mentally. We have elderly listeners. We have listeners who've lost loved ones, parents, you know, pets and stuff. So this show means a lot to a lot of people, especially me. So for the last hour, forget the first 2 hours, sweep them aside and let's have some cracking radio, shall we? Yeah? Okay. All right. This is what we got coming up after 12. After 12, 5 minutes past 12, it's David Nance Badcock. Don't know what he wants to talk about. He didn't actually give us a topic. At 10 past 12, it's Sally, the second woman that we've had on the show this evening. So let's treat the ladies with a little bit of respect, shall we? She's got a dilemma. At 12:15, it's Lester, who will be talking about Revenge at a Party. 12:30, we've got Bill. And he just says here, catch him wherever. At 12:40, John. Now, John was interesting, okay, because John quite liked the show, but it was his missus who loves the show. She listens to it all the time, and he's kind of become a fan. He's kind of become a fan as a result of her. But she's too shy to phone up the show. So we're kind of hoping that by him coming on tonight at 12:40, that we can persuade his missus to come on. And he's got some great topics, some classic topics, absolute classics. Embarrassing moments, kids' sayings, whistles in songs, creating your ultimate band. You'll have like Paul McCartney on bass and Jimi Hendrix on, and Pampas Grass. And then at 12:50, a little bit of fun, a little bit of geeky musical fun. Rocky's going to come on and he's going to paint a picture. He's going to create a parallel universe for us where Joe Meek, the legendary Joe Meek, didn't turn down the Beatles. So that's all coming up. So please, I only want you to phone in if you're David Badcock, Sally, Lester, Bill, John or Rocky, okay? Everybody else, thank you, but no thank you. And let's see if for this last hour of the show, we can turn things around. Okay, let's have a go. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
Right, I'll have a cup of decaf cough, and we'll make the last hour special, shall we?
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
He has made a covenant with the night, and with the darkness he is in agreement.
Uncut after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Turn it around. Okay. All right. Last hour of the show. Don't call in unless your name is David Nance Badcock, Sally, Lester, Bill, John or Rocky. Let's turn this last hour around. We've all had a little pep talk during the break. Got a lovely cup of decaf there. I'm off the caffeine officially. Didn't have any yesterday, maybe one. None today. So I'm off the caffeine. And let me just explain exactly what's going on, all right? And can I just ask a favour? If you're texting, you know the texts cost you 25 pence plus your normal charges, yeah? So just have a little think about whether you want to spend 25 pence calling me a C. Is it really worth 25p to call me a C? Like 6 of you have done. The last 30 minutes. Here's one. This is dreadful. Are you seriously saying you cannot control your callers? This is the whole nature of the station. Surely you can do better. Unfortunately, we can't actually do better. Paul in Stoke Poachers has sent an email of encouragement after calling it an effing car crash. Ian, it's Paul from Stoke Poachers. This is what I want to say. I want you to know I'm feeling for you tonight, and I do not understand why people are such idiots. That's Paul in Stoke Poachers. Not understanding why people are such idiots. The irony. And now that's 7 of you that have called me the C. So that's cost you money. That has cost you money. And if you want to spend your money on that, then you can. But why would you want to do it? Why? Why would you want to do that? Why? I don't get it. Don't get the joke. Let's go into the last hour with positive attitude, heads held high. We will proceed. Oh, I can see we've got 3 David Badcocks on the switchboard. Why have we got 3 David Badcocks on the switchboard? Which is the real one? Right, I'm not putting them all on, right? One at a time. Hello, David. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, David Badcock.
Hello. How's things?
OK, that one sounds quite good. Hello, David Badcock.
Right. Obviously me.
Right, that's a fake one, so we're cutting him off straight away. Let's go to the third one. Hello, David Badcock.
Hello, how you doing?
Right. OK.
Hello?
Hello. Right, I tell you what, we've got David Badcock 1... Hello?
Hello? Yes, hello?
Yeah. And we've got David Badcock 3.
Hello?
Yeah. You two fight it out.
Hello, David?
There is nothing actually to fight about because I am the real David Badcock.
Well, David,
extraordinaire.
I'm sorry, but that's me, in fact. That's me.
Sure?
Yes, because I've been in the undergrowth and I'm feeling a bit hungry.
You're not David Badcock, you're David Bellamy. Gone. Right. Hang on a minute. Who's... Right. Oh, hang on. Jeez. Right. Someone else has just called in as David Badcock. Who is this?
No, it's quite obviously me.
Right. Can you stop calling, please? OK, we're down to 1 David Badcock. Perfect. Hello, David.
How's things?
Yeah, it's very stressful tonight, but, ha-ha! They weren't going to trick me this time, buddy. What have you got for us? What do you want to talk about, David?
Well, I'm actually going to speak about ghost hunting.
Go on. What have you got anything planned this weekend?
For ghost hunting? No, not this weekend.
Yep.
No.
Okay, well, what do you tell us what's happening in the ghost hunting world at the moment?
Well, me and a few friends, there's actually... This time, in 2 weeks' time...
This time in 2 weeks' time, yep.
Well, in the Friday...
Hang on a second, sorry, hang on a second. Another David Badcock is phoning in. Hello?
Oh, hello, this is me, David Badcock.
Right, just please... Hang on, another one's called in. Hello, David?
Oh, hi, it's David.
Right, can you just go away? We've got David Badcock. I don't want any more David Badcocks, right? This is the one I want to talk to. So, David, this time in 2 weeks' time, yes?
Yes, we have a set of woods over where we stay.
The woods.
And we chase the white lady. It's called the ghost hunting of a white lady.
Oh, yeah, go on. Who's the white lady, then?
Well, apparently the myth goes there was an old hospital.
Yeah.
And this lady had actually died in the fire. She was a nurse.
Proper spooky. An old hospital in the woods. That is proper spooky.
And one of these trees, apparently if you run round it 13 times shouting, Billet Club, Billet Club, Billet Club, this white nurse will appear.
What do you have to say? Book club?
Bullet Club.
Bullard Club?
Yes.
What's Bullard?
It's just, this is what the myth says, we have to shout Billet Club 13 times running round this tree.
Yeah.
And apparently we can see the image of the white lady.
Here's the thing, man. Do you never get scared doing all this stuff, David?
No.
Because I mean, listen, I'm not necessarily a believer, right? But I would be terrified.
Well, you get a bit scared when you think things are going to harm, but between me and you...
Between me and me, yes. yes.
It never always happens the way you wish it would happen.
But you, of course, get entered rectally, don't you, by spirits?
No. No, not at all.
Sorry?
Not me. I'm not like that last guy you had on a couple of weeks ago.
Hang on. You don't get entered rectally by spirits?
Nope.
Right, you're not David Badcock either. Right, flipping it. I was talking to the wrong fella for 5 minutes. Just wasted 5 minutes just talking to some bloke. That was a spot-on impersonation. He had the voice and everything down pat. And I'm talking to the wrong fella. This is... Please stop sending in text calling me a C. Please. That's 8 now. That's 8. 8 texts calling me a C. 9. Very funny. Thank you. 5 minutes wasted talking to the wrong bloke. His voice was spot on. Absolutely spot on. It's 12:10. Let's talk to Sally. Good evening. Are you the real Sally?
I am. Please say that there's no more Sallys on the line.
You're the only Sally.
Oh.
Hang on a minute. Prove you're the real Sally. What did you want to talk about?
Dilemma.
It's the real Sally. At last. At last. A bit of class. You brought a bit of class and a little bit of intellect to the show.
Thank you.
The end is nigh. Let's carry on. Go on.
Right, first of all, can I just wish my little boy a happy birthday? Thank you.
That's not down. That's not down.
Oh.
It's purely about dilemma.
Okay, right. Well, I phoned in last night because I had a dilemma, but I don't know if I've currently got a dilemma. I'm not sure if I've made my mind up.
Oh. Well, you tell Uncle Iain, Sally, and I'll make your mind up for you.
Okay.
Yes.
I have been asked to make up with certain family members.
Oh, yeah.
And I really, really don't want to.
Okay.
Because I really, really don't like them.
Then don't.
But if my granddad has asked me to make up with them, and I feel bad, and I feel guilty.
Well, you shouldn't. That's your That's not your guilt to carry around. Well, listen. I don't speak to swathes of my family. I don't see any of my family because I fell out with my mum's side because it was my decision that she should move into a care home, and they thought I was being selfish doing that, so they don't talk to me. And I fell out with my dad's side years ago, and while they have. Certainly been very noble and offered to kind of make up and make peace and stuff for various reasons that are changing currently as we speak. It's just not been possible to do it. But I was thinking about this a lot. If my aunts on my mum's side wanted to make peace, I don't know. It's all different for everyone, isn't it?
I see them on a regular basis, so it's a bit difficult.
You see my aunts? Oh, your family, sorry.
No, you answer about my family because it's my phone call and I phoned up.
Yeah.
And I really don't like them, and I have to see them quite a lot, so... Yeah, that's my dilemma.
But here's the thing, you can't make up with someone because someone else wants you to make up with them. That doesn't work. You can only make up with someone because you feel that that's what you can only attempt to make up with someone because you feel that is what you want to do. Now, someone might come to you and who you've fallen out with, and I'm being deliberately, kind of vague here, but someone might come to you who you've fallen out with and said, look, I'd like for us to make up. And then you can go away and you can think about it, and you can think about it overnight, or you can think about it over a year, or however long it takes. And you can either decide that you want to, or decide that you don't want to. Or, but you can't make up with someone because someone else wants you to. Don't work like that.
Okay, well, I will trust what you say, and I will not make up with them.
Well, hang on a minute.
I feel quite good about it.
Hang on a minute, though. Is that what you? Is that? Don't put it all on me. They might have money. No. What?
No, they've got the money.
Oh, in that case, screw them.
Yes,
what is that? I get the sense that that's the kind of conclusion that you'd drawn.
Yeah, I hate them. I can't stand them. I don't want them in my life. They're scum and toxic. So.
Well, when it's feeling as strong as that, kind of, yeah. And as hard as it might be for your granddad, ultimately, surely he'd want what is best for you. And it would appear that not making up at the moment, certainly, is the best thing for you.
Okay.
Do I sound like I know what I'm talking about?
Well, I just wanted to get somebody else's opinion because everybody else is fed up of hearing this story, and I just thought somebody else might have a different opinion.
Oh man,
it's been going on 11 years.
Oh man, it's all a stress. Other people are a stress, aren't they?
Yeah,
they're a stress.
Okay.
Well, try and have a nice
How many
weekend.
minutes have I got left?
You got 35 seconds.
Okay, happy birthday, Jack.
Oh, go away. We're not. It's not the Ken Bruce show. Now's an excellent time to take a break.
Unmissable late night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation.
Make contact with Iain. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio.
Well, it leaves us with 4 minutes until Bill is due on. How to fill those 4 minutes? I have nothing, if I'm honest, because I thought the whole show would kind of chug along nicely, and that we'd have loads of content. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go to Bill early. Good evening, Bill.
Hello.
Hello, Bill.
Hi, Iain.
Hi, Bill. What you got for us? Now, you were a bit vague. Then you were a bit vague, but what have you got for us?
Well, I hope I'm the right Bill.
Which Bill are you?
Am I the Bill that phoned up Jonathan that time and sung to him?
Yes, you're the singing Bill.
Yes.
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 I should phone Jonathan more often.
Yes, you should do. I think that would be beneficial to everybody.
We might get him down from where he is.
Yes, it might well do. We've got you booked in for 10 minutes of this, Bill.
Yeah, I haven't really planned much, to be honest.
I tell you what we'll do in that case. We'll go to the other Bill. Good evening, Bill.
G'day, Iain.
Right, that's not Bill either. Right, okay. This is just the whole thing is coming off of the track now. This really is where the Julie, hang on a second. I know what we need to do. I know exactly what we need to do. Hang on. Calling the substitute. Julie, we need you to call in. We don't have a bill. Call in, Julie. Now, if my system is correct, then Julie should be on the phone in just a matter of seconds. Still no sign of Julie. And if she doesn't call in, then not only is she dead to me, but she also has a lifetime ban. Now, I know that Julie's in hospital. I know that she's in hospital. But. Still, she said she was going to be listening for the whole show. She said she'd be on standby, and there she is. Get that call. Call her back immediately. Don't talk to her. Just call her back immediately. Call her back. Here we go. We can turn the alarm off now because Julie has been found. She is the standby caller, and Julie's on the air. Good evening, Julie.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Julie. Well done, well done, well done. Boy, oh boy, it's good to speak to you.
I've been on tenterhooks all evening, waiting.
Let's just say I wish Lester hadn't called in. That call, right, has really annoyed me, and I'm annoyed because I should have dumped it, right?
Yeah.
It was. Why would anyone think that was an appropriate story to say on the radio? It's horrible. It's assault.
I knew a similar story, but it was done by friends of friends when we were 18, and it's kind of like, as it was going along, I was thinking, yeah, it's not. Don't think of it the same way now.
It's a story. It's a story of assault, right? If it actually happened, I don't think it did. It's a story of assault. And why would you think that was appropriate to say on the radio? Yeah. And now, and now I've got people threatening me with Ofcoms. Oh God, that's all we need. God. Don't worry, it's not Ofcom worthy. But. There are those people that want to get me out of this job.
Oh, of course there are. But they're just using any means to an end, aren't they? Really?
Yes, they are. And let's just say it again for the record, and keep a log of all of these, Emma. I apologise to anyone that was offended by that story. It was distasteful. It was unpleasant. It was an admission of a horrific sexual assault. It certainly wasn't funny. Certainly wasn't what this show is about. And we distance ourselves from it completely. So there we go. Anyway, Julie.
Yes.
Go on. What you got?
So I've been really enjoying the show, not just because I've been taking morphine in hospital, not just because of that, but because I just think it's been really interesting and so well done. And all the people who are sending you C-bomb texts, they should be ashamed of themselves.
They should be, shouldn't they?
Ashamed of themselves.
It's not my fault.
No, I think it's been really interesting. And when it was how many Kattias, or which Kattia are you, I was laughing so much that the nurse came over to my bed because she thought there was something wrong with me. Yep. She thought I was having a seizure, which I wasn't. I was only laughing. So I think it's been fantastic.
Well, thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
So who hasn't called? Who am I the emergency filler-inner for?
You are for Bill, who, let's be honest, right? Bill was...
I know
Bill. Bill's the guy that sings, right? And Bill was the flakiest of all of the callers that we had lined up. I knew that of all of them, he was going to be the one that was going to let us down.
Yeah.
Yep.
What was he going to do then? Did he say what he was going to do? Just sing? Or he just said, oh, that's right, he just said something like Bill, whatever, whenever, or something.
Well, this says Bill, catch him whenever, wherever, catch him wherever, which makes me think...
Well, not at all.
Well, yeah, so... not.
Catch him not at all. So I've been finding it very, very funny, but like I say, I am on medication.
How's it going? How's it going in the hospital, Julie?
Iain, you know what a massive snob I am.
Yeah.
I don't really like it in this here NHS.
No.
So I'm transferring out to a private hospital tomorrow.
Oh, really? How do you do that? Do you just say, here's my credit card?
More or less, yeah. Yeah, more or less. So, but it's going fine. The staff have all been very nice, but there were, so I'm in a little room, not because I've just gone to the ladies' shower room to take the call so I don't wake the other people up. But there's 4 beds in the ward that I'm on, or the bay that I'm in, and at one point there were 16 people around 2 of the beds.
Oh.
Which is just ridiculous.
No.
Yes, exactly. So that's why. Oh, the fantastic NHS service, but I like me some space. I like me some peace and quiet. Yeah. And whilst I'm...
Do the other doctors better? Will you get cured? Will you get cured more?
They're the same.
Oh.
No, they're the same.
Is it?
They're the same. I'm just paying for better food and a quieter environment. Yeah. So nothing really exciting. Although, maybe they got everything is super space age, and they'll probably be able to turn me into the Bionic Woman.
Yep.
I would have thought. Definitely.
They can do that now, can't they? They can make bionic bits of the body, can't they? They can do that, can't they?
They can. I'm asking for some Go-Go Gadget shoes.
Yeah.
It's like Inspector Gadget, because I quite fancy being able to jump up and down on giant springs. You could get some of those shoes, I think, a couple of Christmases ago. Did your kids ever have them?
Didn't Chris Tarrant buy some of the pogo shoes? It wasn't Chris Tarrant. I remember this story from about 15 years ago. Chris Tarrant had some of those pogo shoes, and he was trying them out in Regent's Park as part of a publicity thing, and he broke both his ankles.
I'm sorry to laugh.
You off your face on that old morphine. Go on, have a...
I'm not. I'm just thinking about Chris Tarrant breaking his ankles on pogo shoes.
Well, now, come on. You don't see pogo sticks anymore, do you?
No. I knocked out my front teeth on a pogo stick when I had one.
You did what?
I knocked my front teeth out on a pogo stick.
Yeah.
Because as I stood down on it, with one foot, I put my head over it slightly, and then I released the spring, and it shoved up into my face and knocked me two front teeth out.
Pogo sticks were rubbish. I remember we had one. It was blue. It was my sister's. But there's not really a lot. Once you've bounced like 5 times, it's like, it's just bouncing.
My grandpa made me a pair of stilts, which I swapped in for my pogo stick any day of the week. A pair of stilts. Fantastic. Do you ever have stilts?
Well, we very, very small stilts that raised you up by about 6 inches.
3 inches. Yeah, but they're good fun.
Oh, I don't know. I get very nervous when I go to an event and there are stilt walkers there, because it just seems they're asking to come a cropper, basically.
See, I think that about unicyclists. I don't know why anybody would ever try and ride a unicycle or want to ride a unicycle.
No. Things that here we go. It's things that make me tense that are supposed to entertain me. Stilts, unicycles, trapezes.
Yes.
Magic.
Oh, isn't that part of the excitement, though?
No, I hate it. I'm so worried it's going to go wrong. And you have to go, no, never mind. Never mind, do another one.
How about plate spinners?
No, because plate spinning's easy, right? Because have you ever seen a plate spinner?
Yes.
They're not real plates.
No, because they've got like a groove underneath. But
they can't fall off. They've got like a dip in the middle. So you put the stick in and you spin it around. All it's going to do at worst is just kind of flop over and hang. That's it.
I might do that. I might do that for another one of your talent show evenings. I might learn to plate spin.
Well, anyone can do it. I can't stop thinking about that call. It's really ruined the vibe of the show. Really ruined what was a lovely little bit of theatre that we'd created, and completely tore down the stage and the curtains and everything.
Yeah, just a little bit icky, wasn't it?
And I'll probably get in a bit of trouble for that. Someone will complain.
But I don't see why you would get in trouble.
No, I know, but someone...
And even, what was his name, Les?
Yeah, I don't even mention his name.
But even here, I don't think he would have done it if he knew. I think it was maybe thinking about what makes you laugh.
No, I know, but here's the thing, Julie, because you know me. Well, you don't know me, but you know me.
Yeah, I do.
Right, there is one person who's taken it upon them to listen to every single show. And every single show they complain to Ofcom. Now, here's the thing. I've never had an Ofcom upheld yet, right? And I'm pretty confident that I won't. But what it means is I get a phone call from my boss saying, we've got another Ofcom. Don't worry about it. And that's it. But it just means that I don't sleep as well at night. And now I've said that out loud, they'll do it even more. But also, I'll worry tonight about... Not about the Ofcom, because it won't get upheld, because, the Ofcom are really, really fair. Everyone worries about Ofcoms. They're really, really fair. I've always found them really fair. But I'll just worry that I've offended people tonight by allowing that to go out. I won't be able to sleep. I will not be able to sleep because I'll be worried that I've upset someone.
But then, and I completely understand that. But then, to be quite honest, you didn't know what direction that was going to take. So that's the kind of the way the cookie crumbles in taking doing shows like this, where you don't know what twisty turns things are going to take. So I know you will take it personally, but you shouldn't. But I know you will. I will. I know you will, but you shouldn't.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
All right,
I know
then.
you will.
All right, then.
All right.
Take care, my dear.
Thank you.
Ta-ta.
Bye.
Ta-ta. Well, we should have John next. Let's go to a break.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Unfiltered Night Talk with the original king of unconventional conversation on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Oh, man alive. Let's... Oh, John!
How are we doing, Ian?
Yeah,
You all right?
John!
How are you?
I've been better, man. I've been better.
Has it gone well tonight?
Well, I don't want to pull away the curtain too much, but the last half hour's been terrible. It's been terrible.
I've been trying to watch a film up here. My missus just started going, you got to ring up. So sorry, I've been cutting.
What film are you watching, man?
I'm trying to watch Deliverance.
Oh, have you seen it before?
I see it years ago.
It's a good film, that.
I see it years ago. It's a great film, yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen it for a long time. Squeal Like a Piggy.
Yeah, apart from that bit.
Yeah, no,
it's
and also it's brilliant because it's Burt Reynolds acts in it.
Yeah.
He acts really well.
He's good. Are we on air now?
Yeah, we're on the radio.
Oh, cool. What was I going to talk about again?
Well, hang on, I've got a list here.
I've got a load of things. I've got a list somewhere as well.
Embarrassing moments, kids sayings, whistles in songs, the ultimate band, and Pampas Grass.
Yes, I've got some of that. The Pampas Grass, I think we put that down to that was just a big urban myth. Just a bit of 70s garden nonsense.
Okay.
So that was out the window.
So that was the rumour. For those who don't know, Pampas Grass, I don't even know what Pampas Grass is, but apparently if it was outside a house, it meant that the people living there were swingers.
Always made me wonder.
But also, if you've got grass out there, right, to say you're a swinger, that would mean that you're feeling sexy all the time. Because the door, people go, I've got Pampas Grass, let's go in and have, and you've seen the grass? Yeah, come in. I'll put the kettle on and we'll get down to it. That means there must be...
I think you were just encouraging to make an inquiry. If it wasn't suitable, you'd say.
Make an inquiry. I couldn't... Here's the thing.
You get yourself known.
Here's the thing, right? I couldn't... the idea... When you're younger, right? The idea of a threesome or a group or something sounds like fun, right? I couldn't. I couldn't do it if it was me and another bloke and a woman.
No.
Right? I just couldn't, because I'm not that way inclined. And I've said before, I find the male genitals so unattractive. But also...
I think most women do as well.
Yeah, well, I think they might do. But also two women, I struggle, with one. With two, I feel bad for the other, because there's going to be one that's kind of missing out at some point, isn't there?
Yeah.
I do think once when I was at college, in the second year, there were two third-year girls.
Yeah.
And we all fell asleep on the same bed. And I think, had I been more proactive, that's the only time I look back and thought, well, that might have been a potential threesome. Yeah, that could have been it.
Could have embarrassed yourself.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Could have embarrassed myself. Yeah. You've only got 3 minutes left now.
You're joking?
No, you've got 12:50. Rocky's calling in to talk about a Beatles paradox.
Hold him on. Do you know what? This is right. Okay, what was I talking about? Was it whistles in songs?
Yes.
Right, I've done a little bit of research here.
Oh yeah.
Best songs with whistles in them. Right, I'm going to name a few of them. Choose one for us.
Go on.
Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard. Probably one of my favourites.
Has that got whistles in?
Yeah, all the way. Well, not all the way through it, but the main choruses. You didn't know that. I thought you knew your music.
But is he whistling or is it? I always. Is it whistling or is it panpipes?
Yeah. No, it's whistling. Whistling.
I'll have to have a listen. I'll have to have another listen.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, no, I've got it. I know it. Yeah, I'm there.
A classic, Colonel Bogey. Obviously.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Bobby McFerrin.
Me and Julio is winning hands down at the moment.
Easily. But there's a good one here, Jay Gellis Band, Centerfold.
The Jay Giles Band.
Yes. It's what my missus chose. I'm not a massive fan. Patience.
Maybe you're Patience.
Guns N' Roses.
Oh, I don't buy into this Guns N' Roses nonsense.
We went to see him. A few years ago.
But it wasn't Guns N' Roses with Slash though, was it?
It was a guy that looked like Slash.
Oh, fair play. All right, yeah, go on.
It did look like him, and the lead singer.
Yeah.
He played the first song, which was nice of him, and then disappeared off, which I think he knew he was going to do anyway. And the lead singer from Skid Row or something like that took over.
Hang on a minute.
He just happened to be there.
Hang on a minute. You're saying you went to see Guns N' Roses, and not only was it not Slash on guitar, it was a bloke who looked like Slash, but then Axl Rose sang one song and went off.
He was ill, so he disappeared off, and they just happened to have someone there to take over.
You are joking.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It was shit. Yeah, it wasn't good.
John, you got 30 seconds before Rocky takes over.
30 seconds?
Yes.
Rocky might not ring in.
He's there. I can see him on the switchboard.
The last one.
Yes.
The last one that I thought would win was Guy Mitchell singing the blues.
I never felt more like singing the blues. Terrible song.
You don't like it?
No.
The whistling is brilliant. Do you know what? That's a shame. I've run out of time then, because I had my Ultimate Band here I wanted you to get involved with.
Oh, mate, call in on Monday. We'll do it Monday.
We're ringing on Monday. My missus is waiting downstairs. I think she almost had the bottle to speak to you as well.
Go and watch Deliverance, and we'll speak on Monday, John. Thank you, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers, my dears. Let's go to... now, is this real Rocky?
Rocky. 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 Rocky.
Okay, this is... Right, okay, thanks very much. Is this real Rocky?
Hey, Adrian, how you doing? I'm fine, Mr. Lee. How are you?
But is this real... Hang on, because I've got another one. Hang on. Who is this real Rocky?
Well, Mr. Lee, only one person will know it's the real Mr. Lee.
Hang on.
The real Rocky, and that's who can tell you the name of the CDs that were sent last week.
Stop sending me CDs. You've sent me two packs of CDs.
No more.
No more. Thank you.
No more, but only I will know.
Okay, hang on a second. Who's this other Rocky here?
This is Ricky, not Rocky.
No, we want Rocky, not Ricky.
I'm Ricky.
No, we don't want Ricky, we want Rocky.
I want to talk to you.
No, well, you can't. So, Rocky.
Hello.
You're going to create a parallel universe. Well, you set the scene.
Okay, let's go back to 1962. The Beatles have recorded an audition for Decca Records on New Year's Day, 1962. A snowy day.
Yeah.
They've travelled all the way down to Decca Records. They've done the audition. And they've gone back to Liverpool.
Yes.
Can you ring me?
No, I can't hear you. Your phone's breaking up. I got rid of Ricky for you, Rocky.
Someone's trying to ring me.
What?
Hold on.
Oh, for God's sakes,
No,
man.
no, sort it. No, someone's got my number.
Right.
Okay, now, Brian Epstein then sends the audition tapes to all the record companies in the UK, Fontana, Columbia, Pi Records, and they all turn the Beatles down.
Yep.
He also sends one to Joe Meek at RGM Records at Holloway Road.
Yep.
And Joe Meek's assistant hands him this tape, and Joe Meek is... I'm not too sure exactly what was said, but effectively it was along the lines of guitar bands, there's no future.
Yeah.
And throws the tape in the bin.
Was that... Hang on a minute. That wasn't Joe Meek that came up with the guitar band's no future line, was it?
That's what he's supposed to have said.
That was Joe Meek that said that, was it?
Yeah, Joe Meek had a songwriter called Jeff Goddard, who used to write... In fact, he was his main songwriter. And Jeff Goddard once said, that's what Joe Meek said that day, there's no future for guitar bands.
Okay.
Because he used to push his main singers like John Layton, Screaming Lord such, Mike Berry. A few months down the line, the Beatles signed for Parlophone, and the rest, as they say, is rock and roll history.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
Let's go back.
That day where Joe Meek throws the tape in the bin.
Rewind.
But he doesn't.
Yeah.
He then listens to the tape, and he says, I like what I hear.
But why is he saying it in an American accent?
Well, Joe Meek was a bit of a Buddy Holly fan, so he might have done.
Okay, all right. So he was just playing around in his flat on Holloway Road. Yes.
And he brings the Beatles down from Liverpool with Pete Best to audition, and he says, "Okay, I like what I hear, but I don't like Pete Best."
Yeah.
So Pete Best is now gone, because I think that was going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
Joe Meek would not have used Ringo Starr. He had his own house drummer, a guy called Clem Catini.
Yeah, Clem Catini. Wait, I think have we had Clem Catini on the show? Maybe not.
If you haven't, you need to. That man is the most successful recording artist in terms of British hit records. He's had 44 #1 hit records.
Yeah, I think we've. Anyway, go on.
You need to get. If you haven't, you need to get him on.
Okay.
What a man! What a lovely fella.
Okay.
He would have been the session drummer on the Beatles auditions for Joe Meek, and it probably might have become John, Paul, George, and Clem.
Wow.
Now imagine the Beatles now are recording for Joe Meek.
I think it was. I don't think it was Joe Meek that said that guitar bands have had their day.
Oh, I think that's pretty much what Jeff God. I did say that.
No, I don't. Well, I don't think he said it.
Well, you might have said something along the same lines.
I think the guy from Decca said that guitar bands have had their day.
Well, then why did he sign the Rolling Stones?
Because he missed the Beatles. That's why. So the guy that turned down the Beatles at Decca realised the mistake he made. So he went and signed up every band he could find after that. But I think it was the guy from Decca that said that.
Well, either way, Joe said something along the same lines and threw the tape in the bin.
Yeah.
That's pretty much because that was actually featured in the film Telstar, which is a very good film.
Yeah, but listen, you can't get your history from Telstar.
No, I can't. But I'm actually a bit of a Joe Meek aficionado, so I know the film is a very good.
Okay, but you've misattributed a quote there. But anyway, go on.
Okay, the Beatles then don't go to America. They don't appear on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Yeah.
They don't do Shea Stadium.
Well, hang on a minute. Why don't the Beatles go to America?
Because Joe Meek was ruined the Beatles. He ruined every band. Every band that recorded with Joe Meek, even the single solo artist, had one, maybe two minor hits. But in your parallel universe, you're assuming that Lennon and McCartney wouldn't have, in some way, stood up to Joe Meek at some point and said, "Actually, this is not quite how we want to do it." If you knew what Joe Meek was like, you didn't stand up to him.
Well, but hang on, but John Lennon was an argumentative so and so as well.
I know. So we're looking at a bit of a clash going on here.
Yes.
So would the Beatles have stayed together? Because Paul McCartney is a genius. This much is a fact. This much is true. George Harrison is a great guitarist. You know that when you listen to a lot of the rock and roll stuff that George did in the first 4 albums with the Beatles. So would the Beatles have even stayed together?
It's your parallel universe. You tell me, Rock.
So the timeline that we have today wouldn't have happened.
Right.
So everything that led up to...
So John Lennon would still be alive?
Very possible.
What was that play? There was a brilliant play on TV. It wasn't brilliant. It was quite a good play on TV. Was it called Snodgrass? And it was about what it was a parallel universe Beatles thing where they got quite big, but then they sort of peaked at about 1964, 65, and then they sort of split up and stuff. And McCartney became quite successful as a solo singer, but not massive. And Lennon lived in a council flat.
Well, was it Paul McCartney who turned around and said he thinks we only have 2 or 3 years? And then we'll go into songwriting.
Ringo Starr wanted to set up a chain of hairdressers.
Well, Ringo Starr can do whatever he wants. I never liked the man. I think he wasn't even the best drummer in the Beatles.
Oh, no, John Lennon never said that.
No, I'm saying it. I always thought Pete Best was the best drummer.
Well, Pete Best wasn't in the Beatles, though. Ringo Starr was, and Ringo Starr is a brilliant drummer, and it's a real lazy, cheap shot to have a pop at Ringo Starr. You go and listen to the drum fills on Tomorrow Never Knows. Every single drum fill is completely different.
I was going to say that Pete Best would have been the Beatles drummer for the first 3, maybe 4 albums. Once they start getting Rubber Soul and Revolver, I don't think Pete Best would have.
Rocky, we're out of time, and to be honest, I'm out of patience. Thank you very much. Ta-ta.